Tammy, I have 6:08. We'll call the meeting to order. Tammy, not Siri. Thank you. All right, so we're here to continue with budget talks. Couple questions that we had in going over the road budget. I'm sure you didn't get to see this because I didn't make copies of it. Pager expense.
Oh.
Please and thank you.
Yeah.
Simple IRA, the town share, do we have a estimated budget on that?
That would be 3% of.
It's 3% of the total, and that would be 3% of the amount we discussed.
Correct.
budgeted for.
Correct.
So all we can do is estimate it.
All for your on.
All we can do is estimate that.
Well,
Yeah.
it's 3% of the gross.
Yep,
And social security, Medicare, same thing.
7.65% of the gross.
yep.
7.65% and 3%.
What was it? 200
3%.
200,000, was that what it was?
What did we go on that?
Uh,
I had 30 different papers going at that time.
Yeah, I know, and I just gave Tammy mine.
I gave you that.
Okay,
But I'm
I
gonna
gotta-
check something.
I gotta find it again.
You're gonna ask him. Okay, we have one page stuff.
Did you write down? Was it 200 even?
Yes, it was 200 even. So
2% of that would be what?
3%,
3% of that would be $600.
6,000.
$6,000, you're right.
So
Is what?
so
That is
I would be 6,000.
total salaries,
Where are we at?
correct. So the 3% for the simple IRA would be $6,000.
Simple.
Sorry, we're,
Sound terrible.
yeah, I know, the only way I'm asking that. So we're just taking care of the ones that we,
With
Yep.
the
We didn't have-
7.65.
yeah, it'd be like 15.25 or 15.35.
Turn on, you bastard.
7.65%, is that what you said?
Yep,
Yeah. 0.0765 times 2,000,000.
more.
15,300.
All right. Was that it for the road?
Tammy, pager,
If you have 3 papers, so it stays the same this year, 615.60, you drop it down to 1, you'd be paying 277.80.
277.80. So there was talk,
And if you wanted to do it sometime during the year, that's no problem, they'll just prorate.
okay, so there was some talk if, just being completely transparent with the board and everything, if this is Mac's final year, that we should be possibly grooming somebody for that position,
Correct.
or at least somebody having some experience in that position.
Especially since he's gonna be leaving before the year is complete.
Correct. So
Hire as is, as a foreman.
we could hire as a foreman, but that's been one of the rubs in the town is that your foreman is also your road commissioner.
Right,
That's been a complaint since day one. The road commissioner
He's
is
appointed.
appointed
Nobody is stepped up.
only because nobody has stepped up.
Right.
But it goes on top.
No.
Well, it's right there. Is it, check that, is there, that's the warning. You'd be here.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't, it's always been appointed.
There's no road commissioner on the ballot.
Okay, so it is an appointed position.
Cause a lot of times, I know in some towns, it's one selectman is appointed to
Possibly,
be
yeah.
road
Yep.
commissioner for the
Yep.
foreman to basically give his report or
Mhm,
Yep,
sometimes even an okay.
yep.
mhm.
Right.
In other towns, that's how it's,
Not in our town, but in some other towns, I was talking to Montgomery
No, a lot of towns do it that way.
and they said, yeah,
so let's leave it at the 6:15 for now. Because, okay. So that's,
Should have brought my glasses.
let's just, I mean,
it comes, so it would be for a year.
let's go 625, just in case there's any taxes or anything there they haven't. So that completes the road budget. 625 for the pagers.
Do we,
I've heard that before and then,
Yeah, that's another $10.
I
Right.
think it would be a big difference.
I feel
I
like
mean, that's a difference, but
about half.
to
A little less
me,
than that.
it'd be so easy though to have a pager.
Yeah,
If you're out of town or even just in the Sugar Woods.
To be held within 10 days. of
Within
town
10
meeting.
days, okay.
So
Yeah.
it can be
That was a
10,
question I
15,
asked.
26, 5,
are we jumping?
32.
Or-
I don't know where the hell I put that.
What we used to do there night
The
before.
school, I
So
think,
on
is going
this-
to be the
On this one right here, Lance.
27th.
I'm gonna go with the scribble.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just right up here in the top, informational meeting within 10
I
days.
think so. I think
That's
it's,
right.
when's
I
town
wanna
meeting
say
day?
the
They might
27th
do it night before.
Wait a minute.
No.
Say it again. Say it again.
of January. I think it's,
March 7th?
wait,
town
was it
meeting day?
January?
Thank you.
No, it had to be in February.
Wait, can I just clarify? March 7th, a Thursday is town meeting day this year?
Come on, John.
Yeah.
Glad you're making sure we're waiting.
Well, that's how I looked down, it said March 7th. I'm like, March 7th? Isn't it normally a Tuesday?
Take this off.
All day.
John's getting me all fired up already.
That's right.
It is the bit.
March 5th.
Yes.
Why am I looking at Wilson's?
Okay.
Thank you, Kathy.
Kathy.
Are we gonna do the minutes first? I mean,
This wasn't that type of meeting. Typically, we could do that on Monday.
Yeah.
Approve the other 2 minutes. This
Yeah.
is strictly,
You
did. You sent you an email.
I sent you an email. There you go.
Yeah, he made a couple minor
I
corrections.
was gonna say, we all read his minute or his corrections.
Hmm?
No,
No. No.
All right. Next up. We're gonna jump back to the general fund. Perfect. Cause we're hoping to nail that down. I think we are.
This isn't the regular meeting.
No, I know. I
Yeah.
wanted to guys know.
Oh, okay, I have not. That's why it's like,
So,
Total salary is better, 200,000.
these pieces of paper,
I've worked.
this
Which
is
was a little more.
the question you had on the budget.
Yes.
Right.
And this is, has to do with workers' comp and property casualty, and I will explain that. So you each get a copy of this. This is the end of the year balances again, because I didn't have the cemetery checking yet,
Okay.
or savings interest. And this, I changed some things on it that you asked me to change. So I'm
Okay.
Giving you an updated copy of that. This I'll give to you because we need to discuss that as well, because I didn't have that on there.
Okay.
So there's two sets of paper, updated copies that you usually get each month.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, I need one, Josh.
Wait a minute.
Some do worship me that, I can tell you that.
Did you get these?
No, we didn't.
You didn't?
Yes, he did. I
Yeah,
did.
I did.
You did.
I did.
Uh,
He will be here. He said, I should be phoning in any minute now.
Okay. Well. So I will start at the top.
Which one?
The sheet that says budget line item that I made up myself.
Okay.
Yes, we're now going with our third.
So
Third set of paper.
explain things as we go. Some of the things I don't know the amounts on.
Yes,
Conservation Commission, both we got a DCC.
right. They requested an amount and it's in this stack.
That's fine.
reading the notes and reading,
Expense,
Pause, John.
reading the notes and all, looking at the video, did we up the conservation committee's budget for the electric, we said that we were gonna move the electric under them this year. Did we put that in there?
No, we did not.
No, we did not. That's what I thought.
General
No,
fund,
we did not.
we went down through
Well,
under
electric,
cemetery expenses.
So Park Electric, we said that we were gonna add that to the BCC budget. And then I started thinking, because I was watching it for Tammy's notes, and I'm like, I don't think we ever added that in.
We did not.
Well, that was the one, the cemetery expense, all of that was for electric.
Okay, right,
Copier lease, I did not look that up, but it's going to be, I don't know what it's been running, unless that other sheet says, hold on.
we
I think
budgeted
one of
$2,000.
yeah.
What we did is we went through and we looked at the contract price per month. And then John and I put our heads together and looked at the number of copies. Came up with a rough estimate of about $2,000.
And it has been running, yeah, well, there was a couple of years it ran quite a bit higher.
Well, that's the other thing I was just thinking is, but it is a double election year, so we're gonna have extra copies.
Yeah, but it's 1982 last year, so. You gotta wanna make sure you have enough.
Okay,
Okay, court tax, I don't know.
me neither.
We haven't got that yet. They haven't
10.
sent it to us.
So it came in at, so the past 4 years, 10-7, well, 10-8, 10-1, 10-5, 12-5.
So if we voted $11,000 for that. I mean,
Well,
it
unless it's gone up,
Well,
Per-
it's last
because
year.
it's per capita, right?
was 12 last year.
12.5.
12-5.
You're gonna have to go 13 if it's
Per capita, we might wanna go 13.
Okay,
Yeah.
Is there no way to get that ahead of time?
they will send it ahead of time, but they usually do.
Which one is this? The
So this is the court tax,
I mean, just keep in mind, it jumped.
Franklin
$2,000
County Court.
It jumped,
13,000.
it jumped $2,000 between 22 and 23.
Right. But I'm pretty sure that's a per capita is how that one's figured. And if you look at our numbers, they haven't changed that much.
We'd have to pull.
Can we just,
From last
can we
year.
just have, like, Tammy reach out to the court tomorrow and ask, and we can put that line in rather than guesstimating?
We can,
And they can give us an idea. Yeah, well, ask them if they know what the court tax is gonna be for Bakersfield. And then, or at least a ballpark, because I'd hate to bump it a couple $100 and find out we should have bumped it a couple thousand.
Yeah,
well, I mean. Well. Yes.
so the
What
next-
is it? What is that for?
Good.
The honor of having a judge, I guess.
Yeah.
And the court
Is
system.
that what
Franklin
it's
County
for?
Court
The
system.
Frank,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
The next one is direct tax, and like I said, when I was at the other meeting, those amounts are paid out of tax collected, so you don't have to
So we
budget.
don't budget for that.
You bring money in, you're paying out.
Okay.
Previous year direct tax, I would budget 5,000 for that. What that is, last year it was quite high, because we had to pay the audit out of that. And also, the library didn't get their money till January last year. I usually pay it out in December when I'm here, but it didn't pay till January. So the audit came out of that money, the library came out of that money. The school didn't get paid in December like it normally would, 22, it got paid in January, so it's quite high from the year before.
Yeah.
This year, everything has been paid except for that 5,000. The reason I say that is because the school, I go on to Demarac and I print out my most current sheet. And I list that to the people from that sheet. There's always a little difference in the state. And the state sends us forms in, say, April. And when you look at it, we always end up paying. And last year, I think it was $40-some odd $100. So I would budget 5,000 for that, just so you have it in your budget. But it's for last year, for 2023. But we always have some, we have to pay them in April. May timeframe. Employer FICA and Medicare youth, yeah, 7.65% of your gross wages.
Actually, that's everybody, right?
That's,
Don't include, in the budget, you do not need to include the clerk fees, that what Kathy gets paid for clerk fees, or what Kathy gets paid for delinquent taxes. So if you find those amounts that you paid out, you don't have to budget for those, because she takes in fees for the work she does, and you pay her for it.
Yeah, we budgeted on just the road crew,
right.
so we've got to add
We haven't done
But that's a separate one for the general fund too.
right,
But you do have to pay your share of social security, which is 7.65%.
Yep.
Whatever she made this past year, at least that. So you
Okay.
get to add that into your social security.
So that is. Salaries.
If you have your monthly sheets, it'll tell you how much you paid for each
Yeah.
position for two things. So,
Assistant clerk.
now you're looking
What
for
are you doing?
delinquent
Well,
tax.
we have to pay our share, well, we pay her too.
You have to pay Medicare and social security on her.
On Tammy?
Yeah.
On any-
Okay.
on anybody we have, on anybody we have.
On anybody that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, but you're gonna take your gross salary that you're budgeting.
Yeah.
You're gonna multiply it by 7.65%, but you don't need to include the salary, the pay that you're getting taxed for clerk fees or the tax collector, because you're bringing that money into paper.
Yeah, but we do have to pay it on assistant clerk, assistant treasurer.
Yes, all the rest of them, yes.
So
Treasurer,
so what you're saying is
Auditors.
on this page right here, we do not need to budget under clerk fees.
Correct.
Or, sorry, yeah,
Clerk
so
salary.
clerk fees.
Well, the clerk salary is,
And delinquent tax collector don't need to be budgeted for.
Clerk fees and the
Clerk-
tax.
clerk salary is,
Medicare.
assistant clerk is.
So for
assistant
example, the
treasurer
clerk
is,
fees
treasurer
were
is,
12,136. We still have to
Clerk
pay
balance,
the 7.65 on that.
On that and.
Clerk salary,
Delinquent taxes. are-
custodian,
add two together, multiply times 7.65%.
health officer,
Add that.
listers,
Okay.
moderator.
Did you hear any of that?
No.
I got what she said before. I'm going through and I'm just listing the ones
So
that are
just-
straight salaries, which we do have to pay.
It's everything but those two, so just
Yes.
add those two together and take it off the bottom line there. off the
No,
middle.
add it to the bottom
Well,
line.
no, it depends on which way you're doing it.
Oh, yeah,
If
All
you're
right, no.
budgeting
Well,
for the-
towards
if you're
secretary.
budgeting for the payroll,
right.
you take it off the bottom line. If you're budgeting for your
Treasurer.
7.65%, you have to add it to whatever.
Zoning
amount you had.
administrator.
So you would just take the total and do 7.65.
So just take the total, yeah, just take the total on that, the 102,802 and just plus whatever we're planning for increases.
Well,
And then we times it by 7.
Here's an odd one. I have to ask about the book fund.
I thought we just.
Do we pay on that?
Yes, everything at the top of that page. That's all payroll. It's-
No, so the clerk fees is still listed up there too.
Well, yeah, it is because it's
Yeah.
payroll. All
'Cause
of
it is
these items up here are payroll.
But you just said clerk fees, we don't pay.
It's still payroll. You don't.
Right.
Right.
But we don't need to
You
budget.
don't budget for it.
Okay.
But it's still, all of these things we
So we
take.
still have to pay for it. Okay, so we take this,
So like when you come in and file
so we take
something,
this 102,000 right there and use it.
103 and then times it by 7.65 and that tells us what the FICA is.
Yes.
Whatever you're budgeting for payroll. Wages,
Yep.
so
last clerk fees and, yeah, but for the whole thing, you gotta budget 7.65%.
Yep.
What about-
Payroll, you don't need to budget
Wages.
clerk fees or the.
So
I don't mean to be a nudge. What about the road? None of the roads in here, so do we also need to do that?
we've already done
with the road.
15,000.
Yeah, that's right. We do keep 7.65. Listen, I'm just, cause it's, I got too many words. I just want to.
Moving on.
Okay, so the next one on my list was the library expense, which you asked about, but that was, it's for QuickBooks and it's reimbursed by the library, so you don't need to budget for it, because I charge them for their share. Library grants, that's just money that the state, anytime you get money from the state of Vermont, they're gonna put it in our general fund, it doesn't have. So they got a grant for $300 from the state of Vermont, they put it in our account. So we had to pay it out to them, but we don't have to budget for it, because it's not something it's not an expense to us.
79.
The listers, I thought I
Sisters brought in a request.
You're all set.
Right.
So then,
Well,
planning commission,
Well.
you all set with that thing?
Planning commission came in as well.
Yep.
Okay, so you did
Yeah.
that.
The problem was we went through
I couldn't. find
this
it.
before we went and had everybody come in. So there was a lot of questions that got answered when everybody came in. Yep. I apologize for that.
QuickBooks, you're gonna need to find out how much that's gonna be to upgrade.
Tammy?
Well, it's kind of a. Yeah.
Knew that to do.
Is there like a ballpark?
I tried to look it up, but John thought we might be able to get something.
We're not gonna use the cloud. We're gonna do
When you look it up, you're gonna have to, the upgrade, check on that, John?
2024 quick hit.
Upgrade to QuickBooks. Your yearly fee for using it. Talk, buddy. And your monthly fee for having payroll on it. All of those things you have to find out all those figures to do it. Next one is Vermont tax. The reason that was on one of those sheets is there was an error some year,
Yep,
so that you aren't budgeting for Vermont tax.
so the Vermont tax,
What paid was.
so that could be crossed, is what you're saying?
So maybe there's a penalty or something?
No, I don't think it was I think it was an error. They either didn't get paid when it should have been paid the next year, so I don't know. But it's not anything we need to budget for.
All right,
Okay.
PCO, I
Then we
mean,
get down to unemployment, Vermont property, or VLCT property casualties and workers' comp. You have another sheet for that. It's behind this one. I looked it up. And now I know what I did, because, well, the thing is, well, they send me a bill, okay? We've already paid the first quarter of 2024 because they send it and they pay it in December. It's a quarterly payment. But on the bill, it has workers' comp, property and casualty, and then it has contribution credit for these years. I don't know where to take that off,
okay,
so I paid it all under property and casualty. I just stuck it all in one line because I didn't know where to take it off from. And I know Maria tried to call and figure that out, and she still didn't. I don't know. So
so,
what this shows is what we paid this year, including.
First payment of-
If we take the contribution credit out, it lists them separate. And then down here, see how we've already got one of the quarters?
Yeah. so we're gonna pay the
2024?
first quarter of 20.
Those three will stay the same for the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Second, third, and fourth, and then the first quarter of 2025. I put a guesstimate in there. I raised one of them by 3% because the last year was raised by 2 point something.
Okay,
And property and casualty, I raised by about 7%, because that one kind of went up. But it looks like that credit will still be on there because the first one had the credit, but the last time, the credit was on every one of them. So I'm assuming that 649 will be a credit on every one for this year.
so can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
On this paper,
Yes.
you have us budgeting 13,369. And on this page, you're saying it was gonna come in at 12,669. There's,
And I can't remember if there was,
it's like an extra, what,
Workers' comp stuff.
3,6,
well, we
Yes.
had an extra bill for 672 for workers' comp above on the top sheet.
Okay.
In 2023,
Yeah.
there was a workers' comp adjustment after they do their audit. Then they bill us more money if they need to.
so you're recommending the higher number over here, okay,
Yeah.
nope, that's fine.
Do we have a workers' comp?
Dave?
Claim?
Policy, yes.
A
No, it
claim?
wasn't a claim.
No.
What it is, when they do the workman's comp audit, you send them a copy of everybody's wages for the year. You send them a copy of all the 1099s, you send them all the 941s. They wanna know what each person did, because you're gonna pay more workman's comp on the guys on the road work than you are me sitting at a desk.
right.
So they'll look at the pay and I don't know if it's based on the pay or what it's based on, but they will figure it out and they'll say, oh, you didn't pay enough last year, you need to pay more.
Okay,
So this is just a guesstimate from me. I'm doing, property casualties was the same thing. I don't know, that one I left the same, although we paid $229 more at one point. Not sure why, so you can come up with whatever figure you want. I did the best I could getting something here.
I trust your figures.
I
Oh.
just, yeah, like I said, it was an estimate.
Yep, no,
Some of them are hard figures,
I'd
the ones that they've already
leave
charged,
it at the 13.
and they're going to
Yeah,
charge the rest.
that's what I just put it in mine as is 13.
Okay,
December, I don't know. I raised it by the percentage that they raised it the year before, a little
Yep.
more than the percentage.
Yep.
I don't know what's about, and I don't know where to take that money off from, so that's why I put the two together, and oh, well, that's not where, that should be why I do that, I said, oh, yes.
No, that makes
So that
sense.
credit's on there and I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if it's a credit for property and casualty, or if it's a credit for workman's comp, and I know Maria tried to call find out, it's Kathy.
We don't.
So anyway, that's that, unemployment, I looked at what we paid the last time. And I think it was the first one of this year, let's see if I can find it. If I have that one,
that's the same number we used for
136 a quarter for the first quarter of 2024. So 136 times 4 plus if there's an increase. I don't know if it will be the last quarter. Well, that brings us right down to what we talked about. the wages
6
and-
times
Yep.
4.
So you had simple IRA. We had that in here at one point and it
Oh,
hasn't been budgeted for a while.
because when I was here prior to 2018,
Yep,
I was on that plan.
okay.
So now we have another person on that plan.
That's for the, it's already.
I know what they made last year total. I upped it a little bit and I actually rounded it off. So I think it's
So-
540, so I put it up.
And that is general, not road.
That's general fund, yeah.
Okay, just making sure we're
Yeah.
budgeting it in the right spot.
Added it.
So
And I
right
just-
above street lights on this page that I did all the writing on.
Put 600 in.
540.
Originally had marked on there.
There's a copy of it, Todd.
All right.
I never saw 1,000, 7,000 something, and then I did tax 3% to about 540. So we can go
Okay.
600 or.
Yeah, so we had, so I just want everybody to know where that's going in. Right above street lights
Yeah.
alphabetically.
Right,
Which one are you on here?
we marked it as
Roads, you
removed
want the general.
originally.
Next page on general.
Yeah, got it.
There's simple IRA. We're gonna add we're gonna put $600 in there.
The streetlights.
Nope,
Above it.
Oh, they are. Okay. And we're calling it IRA
Which-
employer.
the
Is that what-
IRA.
simple IRA,
And how much again?
600.
600.
So if I can, you're estimating the VLCT property and casualty at 17,491. Right, according to this sheet here.
Yeah.
Okay,
And this sheet. I only ask because I look on what we paid. And it says last year we paid $26,557.
yeah,
That's
I
the
just
total.
that, you missed it.
Yeah.
When I get the bill,
Yes,
it shows me workman's comp, it shows me
Yes.
Vermont property and casualty,
Is it-
and it
Yes.
shows me a credit.
yes.
I didn't know what to do with the credit. Maria tried to call and find out what to do with the credits.
Right.
They're all added together,
She just.
So-
because I
but-
didn't know where to take it off.
That's where the total is.
But even if I,
That's the total of,
And then probably the 672,
Three.
I got a budget, the 672, that might have been the work, that might have been the
Who's
audit.
a workman's comp?
I'm just trying to make the numbers match. You got 26, unless we're adding, according to this, we spent 26,557.
Yep.
For property and casualty. Even if I come over and I add the credit, it only comes to $20,000.
right, but
So-
add the workers' comp underneath that.
Right.
So you're adding the workers' comp and the property and casualty.
Right, because you
Removing the
didn't know
credit.
which one the deduction came out of.
Okay, I see where you're at. I see where you're at.
That brings it up closer to 30,000 if you look at it that
Right,
way.
and then you take the credit out and it brings it
Yep.
down to 26,573.
That's why there's 5 of us up here.
And this is-
Right.
No, it's confusing. It really is. I mean,
I got too many sheets in front of me.
No.
15 sheets.
So here's the credit that we got, but here's the charge for property and casualty.
what about there?
I have one.
It's gonna be
Yeah, it's-
588 or 548.
So, so
So I think
that's why we just added it together on this sheet is what you're saying. All right, because, yeah, because I was looking at the workers' comp show 670. Okay,
17,490.
Yes.
Well, I don't know where to take that from.
okay,
So here's the catch, John. All 3 of those
yeah,
are coming out of the same budget, out of the same fund.
right, so it doesn't
So
exist.
it doesn't really matter as long as the budgeted number for the 3 total is correct.
I got you.
So what we could do.
This year, we're doing the 28,213, which Vera has listed.
Right. That would be,
Yes.
it's down into 3 line items, yeah.
Yeah.
You could put property and casualty and workers' comp, and then if
Okay.
you ever wanted to break down, you could come look at the bills, and then you
Yeah.
have both together. and
I
that's
think-
what we
Keep one line item.
I think it's better under one line item if
Yeah.
you're gonna report it ultimately as one line item. I don't think we need.
That's fine.
I mean, she tried and.
No, it's,
Couldn't understand what the heck they were talking about.
okay, so
I get you there.
Yeah,
we'll combine those 2.
and we'll word it the other way, we're both there.
And so the grant,
28,213.
so the,
From your treasurer.
We're gonna combine those two and call it 28,213, right?
Yep,
Which one are you combining?
You're
The
combining-
property,
there's comp and there's casualty.
the casualty,
Casualty and comp. That number's not right, boys.
unemployment, property and casualty, and
Stays,
workers'
stays,
comp.
yeah, and that stays.
That,
separate.
that's not right,
No, it's not.
because if you add the two together real quick, just the 17 and the 13 comes up to 30.
But then take off the
Take off
credits
the-
that she's anticipating.
Let's not anticipate any credits,
Oh,
Oh.
I see what you're
All right.
saying.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
then.
yes.
because they're not guaranteed.
So what do you want?
$30,731,000.
So cross out that 28, make it a 31,000.
I know it's still confusing.
Don't confuse us anymore, we're stressed right now.
That credit for the first three, for the second, third, and fourth quarter should, it looked like it remained the same last year, so it should remain the same this year, but if you don't wanna deal with the 1900s, just do it however you want.
I'd rather have credit.
We just rounded it up to 31,000.
If we're gonna continue on that line, we're gonna have to go down and get a 30 pack, to continue. So,
what do we do with work?
All right.
Compensation.
So we hit the bottom.
Okay, you have any more questions?
Nothing.
We scratched that one. So the workers' compensation,
Was five,
Is it-
all the expenses for,
548.
so it's all been, so this one will get scratched. The one that's down underneath the website,
Yeah,
that one will get scratched because it's included
Right.
in the one that we just,
yeah,
Right,
okay.
and all that's.
No.
That one is 0.
I thought it
well,
was,
that one had a little line next to it to ask me a question.
so we
Okay.
still
And the
have
question was answered in here.
QuickBooks yet and, or a school generator.
Right.
Okay.
Does anybody have a connection to Mac where he could answer that question real quick?
But Jen, I don't, but somebody's related.
Somebody's related to him, I'm sure. It's a small town.
He's hitting the Mac.
Send the grandbaby picture first, so he'll actually open it.
I got,
Actually, he responds, I text him and he responds pretty quick.
It is.
Maybe you, but maybe he doesn't like to
I
Lance.
thought we signed up 3 or 5 on Jen.
Because we got a bid from the beat, or not a bid, but
Haven't done it yet.
we haven't got there.
Yeah, I thought the generator contract.
I'm gonna ask
was a
Trey.
multi-year contract.
It might have been, but we don't know what the number is.
Yeah. Page him. Put him on the page.
Stephanie, do you know where the generator contract is?
Oh, it's planning commission.
Yeah,
I got another
with
one.
Milton Cat. I can Google it, but
Ignoring you all together.
Could be. Max,
Yeah.
we're at the budget meeting. I got you on speakerphone.
yeah,
Any idea what we should budget for the generator over at what the Milton Cat bill was and what it's going to be?
I'm not catching what you're saying, Lance.
Hang on, speakerphone doesn't work great on mine. How's that?
You're still on speakerphone.
Okay, generator over at the school. We've got the Milton Cat bill and any other expenses that go along with that. Do you have any idea what we should budget for the coming year?
I would say, well, what was it last year?
We got her looking.
It was, last year was 4164,
4164.
39.
Okay.
But didn't we last year,
We had some catch up to
Yeah.
do last year. We had some
Yeah.
extra expenses.
Because it didn't get on.
I'm just saying, they did something to it, I don't think, I mean, that's just a, maintenance, like, oil change, and they go through it once, I don't think it's ever been that high.
No, it hasn't. Last year was an exception.
2,500.
Yeah.
the year before we did 2389.
20,
Be much more than that for-
year before was 2389. They've been expensive.
2,500 probably now.
I mean, it was 1,000. Didn't John talk to somebody about that?
yeah, Milton Cat, I'm looking for it.
2020, that was like almost 4 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we
Last year we had to do some extra work because the school hadn't.
There's
got up there and-
anything to it, and now we're actually on a regular,
Right.
right?
Right.
Schedule.
The hell- Yeah, I know we signed a contract saying that it was a regularly scheduled. How quick can she check the meeting minutes?
Well, Brian Wescom was keeping an eye on it for a while. But he's not there
That
anymore.
was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Well, they gave it to him.
Yeah, Janet used to always schedule.
Oh, that's 'cause it's road.
Like that.
Yeah.
Was provided to,
This one?
No, that's
so
wrong.
what Kanye was doing for a while.
Okay,
Gave it to
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
good. 2,500
Right here.
would be reasonable.
Yeah, you can-
That's
I
a
mean,
good
I
idea.
you know, I talked to somebody down there last
No,
year,
that's
some
the
one of his
thing.
buddies there.
It's Tom Croto.
Tom Curtis?
I didn't have it.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
Okay. All right, we got what we can from you. We bled you dry.
I'll see what.
Some help, but
No, your help. All right, thank you, Mike.
You write down the perspective was 17 something, right?
That was February
Dispatch fee.
22.
17.
Cert,
No, I provided
no,
it.
Bakersfield.
This isn't on this one, that's why I'm just-
I don't see it.
All right.
Is it the annual dispatch fee?
Dispatch. Oh, yeah. It's
I-
right here.
17.
17,728.
It is certainly a lot less than what we paid last year and thinking rationally, there shouldn't be any regular expenses that would come up to $2,500, but it has been there for quite a while, and I would budget for some small unexpected.
2,500.
I would say 2,500.
Anybody have any disagreements with 2,500 for the generator?
I would say no. 20
No,
No.
we supply the service, school supplies.
2,500 you said, right?
Yep, 2,500.
Where the hell is that?
School gym, it's under S for school.
Oh, thank you.
Cause I had to look too when I said, wait a minute, where is that? So I looked under these and I said, oh, it's a school one.
I was just thinking, I just had that right in eyesight. Where the hell?
Listen under G, I'm not having any luck, so.
That to generator. slash, you know,
Yeah, that would be good.
I can pick up this sheet. I have made changes on it, but I didn't make it up, so I can change that for you.
Well, technically, if you wanna go that route,
Go
it
for
isn't
grant.
the schools.
Right.
It belongs to the emergency shelter and the school takes
Yeah.
advantage of it.
So let's put generator.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
generate.
I can
Um,
do that too.
so in 2022, we paid $2,389.53 for the generator, and then we had repairs in 2023, which pushed us up.
Yeah.
We signed a contract. We talked about the contract and had the paperwork up with the school in February 2022. Unfortunately, my emails were truncated, so I
Can I
don't.
ask a quick question on that generator?
No,
Yeah,
Who determines that be opened as a shelter?
the state of Vermont.
The state of Vermont?
That is that is the conditions of the grant that we got it from.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Your
coming-
determines it as your emergency coordinator for the town.
right.
What's that?
Your emergency coordinator for the town is the one to determine when that opens.
Well, that would be you.
Now, we're close.
It's not me.
But it's close.
Yeah.
I was curious
It was
because I
saying,
see
but
people on
when we think-
Facebook
That was determined way before Sam. I think that was originally Brian.
Yeah, it was originally Brian, and then Sam took it from Brian.
Yeah.
people were asking if it was, if there was a shelter.
Ours then.
We owned the school then, we don't own the school now.
Right, that's where the caveat becomes
So
possible.
I'm just saying, like, when Sharon called me, I said.
No, it's under written
We
contract.
can do that, you're right, but I said, we just need to notify the principal and the
No,
supervisory union that we're using it.
um,
Cause
actually,
there's
one of
certain
the-
hours we can't use it for, like daylight hours, we can't use it.
that's not true.
That, no.
We can use it, and that's why, that door by the picture of, Peter Van Brigham,
Right,
right there to the left, locks.
I was told because the kids
they
at lunch
can't-
in there, we
They
can't.
can't stop us from using that as an emergency shelter. That is a
If
state
we
mandated
declare-
emergency shelter.
If the emergency coordinator
That's the difference.
declares an emergency,
Yes,
then school
yes.
takes takes a back seat.
Yes, yes.
So the
Okay.
key is,
If it were a warming shelter like they wanted the other day, we have to kind of abide by their guidelines.
Cause we got into trouble with that one year, that school was in session.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was declared an emergency and we were using it for an emergency shelter and school was in session.
Right.
And that didn't go well.
No.
No, I
No,
don't
you
think
did
it
not.
does.
Who was
I
the
don't think
principal
it
at that
does.
time? Why shouldn't it?
It was,
Because you've got the children in there and you open
That
up
was Rhoda.
potential issues.
It might have been Rhoda
Sitting
at
at
that, that was
when
Rhoda.
She called me,
Right.
I said, after school hours, I see opening it, and moving folks in.
So here's the problem with
During school
your,
hours, you open,
here's the problem with that. That is a public building.
Right.
So what-
and it's locked down all day long from people entering it.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I can't get in that building during the
Yeah,
day.
we can't, you can't get
They
in.
don't want
You
people
can't
to
you
walk.
can't get in that building during the day.
I must get buzzed in before I get there.
Well, the thing is, so I hate to bring up this can of worms, but I mean,
Yes.
we've had 2 storms back to back that have put people out of power for a good 5+ days.
Right.
In the winter, there was people on Facebook, we're cold, we're freezing,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
to me, we should have had something, and if we're gonna pay for that generator over there, why are we paying for it? Why don't we move it to a location where we actually can have people come in?
But I think the thing is the coordination of it has to happen. You just can't ship people to the school. You've got to have
But
a coordinated effort. And
That-
But that's what I'm asking, who does that?
the emergency action manager for the town.
which is actually,
I mean,
what the heck is his name? No, younger guy on the fire department, Andrew.
Oh. But he was
Yeah.
for the state, so he's not.
Well, wait, who are we trying to get a hold of?
Because he said that he would put his name on the paper.
Yeah.
As long as he got help from the Pauls, the Todds, the Matts, for when he's not around. Because he said, depending on what the emergency is with his job at the state, he would also be out.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but he was like, I'll put my name on the paper saying I'm this, but he goes, it's gonna be the whole department helping me.
Which works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gotta sit down and revisit.
I think.
Well, it only makes sense. You guys have got all the equipment and all the,
Right.
you've got the manpower, the equipment
Unless it's an emergency where we're out working.
and the knowledge to take care of this.
I can't believe that generator wasn't big enough to power both buildings where your new building is.
Well, that was talking.
We talked about, but it was running, we couldn't get permission to run wire across to the school ground,
Right.
From,
the school.
You know,
They wouldn't give us.
that makes sense.
If they didn't want.
You went to the SU?
Schools in session,
They
and you
wouldn't.
don't want them to-
Have you been to the SU?
Yeah.
You take the kids their lunches.
I tried to
Because
say.
the trees were there.
Was there?
Typing mess.
Yes.
Because the trees were there.
There is ways.
Yeah.
There are. There is.
You
And
gotta you have to have someone negotiate because we don't own the school
That's the
anymore.
meeting
Emergency
now.
action.
I think we need to meet with.
no, if we don't. own-
Don't go there.
Unfortunately.
This is how we're going to do that.
We should.
Yeah, okay,
I
so
don't dispute that. What I'm saying is, we need a proper town emergency action plan put together and updated.
I don't disagree with that.
That needs to be updated.
I hate to be that guy, but we're here to,
Yeah.
today's not a regular budget, today's a budget meeting, not a regular meeting. We went over it.
It was supposed to be just a quick question, but I guess it had long answers.
I have one thing for it.
Questions.
Not-
Oh, it's not.
It's a quick statement.
Okay.
And then I'll leave you alone. In order to make it easier for whoever's in here as treasurer, right now it's Tom. You may see changes in the wording on your sheets that I give you each month. What I'm trying to do is make the QuickBooks and those sheets say the same thing. So when he goes to put things in,
Yes.
he doesn't have to wonder, well, is that the same thing or not?
No, I like.
Yeah,
The only expense of town hall over here, I kind of moved that. So
struck some of these, I'm sure you noticed, but there were some that we were just like, this is in here 3 times or.
Yeah.
So, and then there were spots that we budgeted for stuff, but it got worded something else when it got paid out, so we were like,
Yeah, there's a couple in there for workers' comp, which I was gonna take care of that too, but if we pay those under the same line, then we'll have to worry about it.
Yep.
Anything else for me?
so realistically.
No, but it's very good that you're
Yeah,
making
thank
things
you.
easier.
Yes.
Yes.
Realistically, we are
Hear
good.
about the
here.
library? Did they, like, as the treasurer over there, have they,
Hey, I got it.
you got it? Sweet.
Calm down.
I'm fine.
Putting the cart before the horse here.
Hey,
You
I'm
can get
just
your arse run over.
looking at empty line items, my friend.
Yep, I know.
All right.
Any other things for us? Excellent, thank you.
questions.
I think,
Gonna meet with Kathy last Wednesday, so I had questions last Wednesday, but
Is this
the
not
office
item
is
to
closed, and I
combine?
didn't know she'd come up,
Yeah.
but.
Or they stay separate?
Oh, because we have no power.
Man, it-
It's like, oh, shit.
Hang on, is this
So when
road budget or is it combined?
And you.
hang on, let me see what we did here.
Particular line item.
Copy
Josh will leave a copy.
On
Right, Josh?
my desk.
Yes,
On the desk. We'll get them put in your spreadsheet and we'll get them put in this report that has all. this.
where the hell did I do that?
Once I have the spreadsheet to do that.
So we have.
And then you'll get your monthly report and you can check it and make sure if it was right.
It looks like we're gonna have some missing numbers. We might have to,
We shouldn't.
well, we don't have the one that.
I'm going down.
What's the park water bill? Social Security, Medicare
We
combined.
need court tax.
Yes, that's what you just asked me.
No,
What's
I
one that
recombined it.
15,000. Oh, Amy's gonna look.
No, we already did the road accounts here.
I need to know.
Yep,
They can end right there.
that's what I went to look at the road to see what we did.
Have a good.
Alright. Thank you. You too.
So this one is
Looking to see what we don't have.
3,100 here.
Okay, so we did finish up
So
the road stuff. We're,
Direct tax.
direct tax is not something we budget for. She just explained that to us.
Can cross out.
Yep,
Okay.
so let's see here, Todd, just to.
Did we get ballot clerks, Josh? I couldn't remember if we wrote in ballot clerks.
Ballot clerk, you're on.
No? Thought we did.
Ballot clerk, we budgeted
2,000.
2,000.
Yep.
Yeah.
Conservation Committee, I don't have anything in on that.
That's because they submitted a,
Request.
okay, let's,
No, but that's.
Let Josh run the meeting
let's break this down here real
Is that
quick.
the,
so that we can stay on task. We're getting a little off and jumping all over the place.
Yeah, let's,
we're still in the general fund, Lance.
Yes.
yep,
That's what we're talking
That's
about.
yes, I know.
It's not-
But that's the information that's here is stuff that I have to locate here.
Yeah.
So if I can pull it out of
Okay,
here,
right.
I can give you the name, then we can go there.
Okay.
That'll be easier than,
Yep, no, that's fine.
You go to the library.
I swear to God, Tammy,
Just checking.
library. Didn't I just say, I'll find it,
That was.
I'll say it out loud.
Alphabetical.
Nobody's listening to anybody.
Library
I'm-
expenses.
Yep,
Library expenses.
So their operating costs this year.
This is library expenses?
That's what the,
there's like 5 blocks in here for, well,
Yeah.
3 blocks.
I see two.
Oh,
I
2,
see.
excuse me, yeah, library
Oh,
and
no.
grants transferred, right?
So their library expenses,
Yeah,
For 2020.
not what we budgeted,
65.
but what they spent,
yeah.
which doesn't make sense to me there, which, let me see,
$54.
Last year.
that can't be correct. It's,
I didn't
there's
think so either.
no possible way that's right.
Didn't they have like 30,000 in there?
Yes, I know that, I found that, Lance, I was looking to see where the rest of their,
Money.
so their request, which is gonna go in front of, on the, on the actual warning,
Right.
is for,
Is it separate?
yep. $53,635.70.
Whoa,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Now it's broken down,
53,000?
635.70.
It go up so?
I don't think that's up that much from last year.
We don't.
It is, it's up about $9,000.
yes, it is.
Yeah,
Now, we don't have the breakdown from last year,
No.
but salaries come in at 31,000.
one person?
No, I don't believe it is. I think it's two.
2 within there. Yeah.
FICA and Medicare, obviously. Realistically, that's only $3,700 in books. Building management, 500, 150 for conferences, $500 for contracted labor. Dues and fees of 1,200, electricity of 750. Equipment maintenance and replacement, 5770, 577. Heating fuel for $3,000. Internet for $2,200. $100 for mileage. $175 for periodicals. So the courier for $1,300.
The courier is gone.
That's gonna just hurt.
Yeah, that's.
There is no
I
courier.
mean, realistically,
The messenger.
realistically though, I mean, if you take 1,300 out of 53,000, it's not really that much better.
No, but I just
Postage 200.
hope they realize.
Professional development, I don't know how professional development and. What was the one I saw up
There was
here?
one up-
Conferences.
Yeah,
I don't know how those are any different, but. If you word it different, they'll give you money, 150,
One's a meeting and one's training.
same difference.
I have a question, John.
Yeah.
And maybe just because I'm ignorant, but how do we throw a budget number on there when that one's voted off the floor? I mean, we gotta, for now, we
Right.
gotta throw their request down.
We have
as
to
the
put their
budget.
request in
I was trying to
and
figure out what the expenses were they were paying for outside the budget, because that's why I looked at, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah,
The-
I mean, that's,
To me, there shouldn't be a line item for the library. They have their budget there.
well, I think actually. It probably because they put it through us and then we write checks to them for their stuff. So it probably has to be in this, but it's not gonna be anything in our total.
But what are we writing for? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Ours would be zero.
Right.
The library would be zero on here.
well, that's kind of, because it's voted off the floor, that's
Right.
kind of what I was thinking, but I was a little confused about it.
that might be what it
That
is.
might be what that is. That would make sense.
That would.
make sense.
Run that by me again, please, Tammy.
Expense, the library funds, the library expense, QuickBooks, she charges they pay QuickBooks, we do,
Yeah,
and charges the
And they
library
charge-
their share.
Yeah.
And then the library.
That makes
charges
sense.
us, which might be that. number.
That makes sense.
So what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna take this one right here, it's just so everybody's on the same page,
yeah,
literally. And I'm going to cross out their year last year because. I'm gonna cross out this one, this is for 2024.
line item you on, John?
Just give me half a second, 15,
15. Yeah,
crossing out the 44,355,
yeah.
putting in the 53.
Oh,
He's going by this.
Because this isn't something that we budget.
365.50.
635,
Talk
Six
about the others.
35, I should be right in front of him,
70.
70. They all, I kind of slid them all down, unless Terry's got two right here,
Good.
77, Josh?
70.
That's many darn pages now. I don't know what to do anymore.
I just,
And
you know where I get
Yes.
confused?
over here.
Is this.
That's the.
That's what's in the.
What's that?
Yeah, but we're voting on their 25 budget.
They're a year ahead.
This is their operating funds for 24.
Okay,
So,
but it's,
One of the same.
the only thing is,
He's
Read
saying
that when
number
it's set there.
15.
Yep.
We're gonna.
That was wrong. That's corrected on the floor last year.
They want, what is it again? 15?
53,
you give me
635.
all of them, but it's like,
70,
Versus the 4,435.
correct.
Okay.
The other thing you should do right now, so there's no confusion, is cross out 2023 at the end of that request,
So 2024.
2025 actually.
now we're in 2025.
Yep. Just so that everybody's on the same boat here.
Done.
So the other thing that we can do. We have, if I can put this. Do you guys want to total up? The road account?
The road.
Hold
Yeah,
it up.
based off the hand scratchings that I've got here.
We'll have to go off yours.
No, what I was gonna do is I was gonna give it to the pair of you. That way you can look and double check each other. That way one person's not doing it and
Yep.
check and double check after you guys get a number. I'll hand it down to these guys. They can do the number.
I keep it off because if they don't, the ambulance phones go off and everything else.
All right, let's see here. Next
So
one.
anything with the salaries, just expenses, correct?
Salaries are already done.
Right.
Yeah. Total number.
Am I totaling that in this?
Yep,
Okay.
everything goes in everything in the road budget. And just so you guys are aware,
Yeah,
BCC,
yeah.
their total request
Bakersfield Conservation Commission.
Yep.
Total request.
General fund?
It is in the general fund, second page. About about halfway down,
Isn't it this one?
it should say. Park loan, park
Yeah.
principal,
I got-
Oh, okay.
I got Bakersfield Conservation Commission with 1,500 or something.
Mark,
I got park
In the wrong one.
expenses, park loan, park
Oh,
principal.
Park, that's over here. Yep, that's on this one. They also got it on.
Oh, sorry. Bakersfield Conservation Committee is on the first page, I
Right.
apologize.
Yeah, right under the ambulance contract.
Right. $2,275, is that already in there?
No.
Everybody have that in there? Okay.
2,075, yes.
Right, and what we had talked about at the last meeting, Terry, was that the electrical needed a lot of work.
Mhm.
We get a guesstimate.
Well, I thought we had put that in under park
There is park
expenses.
expenses.
No, we didn't put anything in though.
We haven't
Right.
done anything with it.
We discussed.
John
You were
says-
gonna give us the number.
John says we should do it, we should be able to do it for 1,000 to 1,200.
Okay.
So what I would like to do is take out park loan principal, scratch that one right from the,
Loan principal, take it
Yeah.
right out.
yep.
Okay,
Park loan interest,
yeah,
scratch that one,
okay.
and then we had park expenses scratched.
Right.
I would like to put, what did you say, would 1,500 would cover it?
Yes,
So let's put 1,500 there,
And that's for the upgrades to the electric.
right?
Now, what about the actual electric used? We were saying about, I think someone said 500.
pretty, doesn't
A
cost
year?
us that much.
Park water bill,
Yeah, it
what did they
was-
tell us the other
It
day?
was like 500.
Park water was
So,
180, it's half of the normal.
Wait a minute.
so where do you wanna put that?
Where
Joe?
we at?
Well, they just talked about 1,500 to upgrade.
We don't have
and
water in the park.
We're on two different subjects
Make-
again. We
make
jumped
a
off of the one.
Suggest that, we haven't covered that. Let's get that out of the way, that electric.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's a park expense.
correct.
We put 1,500 there for upgrading the pole. Let's add 500 for the electric on that and make it 2,000. So that includes upgrading the
So the
outlets.
so the electricity that we have here is strictly for the building?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we don't have anything else for, I'm just double checking.
It hasn't been a big bill and it's just come out of the general expense.
That's 458.21, that's electricity for the town. hall.
That's, yeah, that's what Vera had said.
Okay.
So for park expenses, you'd like to round that to an even 2,000?
Yeah, and that will include the electricity.
That takes care of the repair and the gas.
Josh, the park water bill, where do we have water on the park? We
It
don't,
goes to the cemetery, actually.
I was gonna say, that'd be cemetery, cause we don't have,
Isn't there?
I believe it goes to the cemetery.
And we didn't pay for it last year, so it probably went to the
we
cemetery.
must have. Cause I wouldn't think we'd have any.
I don't believe there's a spigot in the park itself.
No. I lost.
I
my
could ask
glasses.
Mac if you want.
I'm pretty sure there isn't.
I don't believe there is. We don't see any
Unless
expense.
the only way there would be, unless there's one in the flower bed, in the middle flower bed.
That's what I thought there was.
You think there is? I mean, let me ask.
I thought there was one.
I mean, either way, we're only gonna budget for half, which he did,
You want me to call him or not?
well, let's just budget for half. It's only $180. I mean, in the
Say
grand scheme,
only, don't say only, though.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, yeah,
It's not much.
$180 is,
He's ended up being 40,000.
180.
Or what one was that, Josh?
Water.
That was for water, park water.
Oh, there it is. I missed it. Yep, okay.
Josh, can I sneak in for?
You can,
That was 180.
180, yeah.
Thank you.
I thought you were just here to listen to us argue.
Oh.
He seemed to be enjoying himself.
Okay. We want to enter in the town report. Shall the town vote to exempt Bakersfield Volunteer Fire Department from property tax located at 181 Main Street North? this has to be done every 5 years.
If you added one.
So we will leave you
I'm saying
a
it's
copy of
Excellent.
this.
Yep.
The other one is shall the town of Bakersfield authorize $5,000 to support the annual 4th of July celebration? So I wanted to
So
discuss
is that fireworks, Paul?
Yes,
We are
Okay, so I'll be 100% honest with you. We budgeted
4,000.
4,000
4,000.
for,
We had
no,
No,
4,000. 4,000.
4,000.
one thing, Josh, that didn't happen last year that is going to happen this year is the portalets.
Okay, right, because
Get two of them.
Didn't we?
Yeah.
We just wanna remember to do it,
I did.
a little earlier.
Right, exactly, Lance.
But I thought we had the portal in the different spots.
We have a portal line item on page 2, right above postage, but we only put 150 into it, and I know it's gonna cost more.
Do we
That's
need-
the park
Do we
portal.
need to up that to maybe 300 or 2?
At least I'd go
5?
at least 5, right? Cause one will be a disability.
Right, how much are they for the? I mean, we were,
Just a weekend,
we
yeah,
went-
it's not like
I was
this is
gonna
a
say-
whole year.
Right.
yeah, we rent it for like, I think it's 90
$6,
bucks
yeah.
for. What was that for? I mean, it's not the handicap
No,
accessible
no, but
one,
you're
but
getting it for the summer, basically.
we get
right?
it for the whole school year,
Oh, for the whole year?
not for 90 bucks,
No.
but for 90 bucks.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
It might be a week.
Timeline,
Yeah, might be.
right?
I think the one at the ball field, we paid 90 a month.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Working dog. You wanna
Yeah.
drop that down there, a good one.
Yeah.
Very timely, very clean.
But we
The,
did 300.
well, there's one that sits at the park the whole summer, right?
Right,
that's-
that's the.
That
one.
was the 150
That's the
we
one
put the
that
money.
went-
Right,
We wanna add 500 to that, is what
Yeah.
you're saying? So 650? For portal.
That seems like a lot.
That's,
I'm just.
We only took that half of the one over here.
right.
The handicap one was quite expensive.
yes,
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
that's what I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
right.
Better to have.
We did price it out last year, but they just were not, we didn't call soon enough.
Okay,
Right.
We called, but it was
When the
Wind
weather
River
canceled.
and they did not service.
They didn't-
so portalets, we're bringing it up to 650.
Okay.
How much is it to get that trailer for the weekend?
Oh, geez.
Uh,
Go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Isn't there a guy in Derby that does it for,
So we're.
Robin Yates got it for
Yeah.
her daughter's wedding?
That's what I thought.
right, because that part of the 5,000 you're requesting was for the portalets also, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Right.
so if we,
So-
the fireworks,
You leave the fireworks at 4,000 and put the portalets in another line item. will be
Yep.
good.
okay,
If you look at the actual expense was 4,100 last year.
right,
Right.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
Did that include the portalet? That
No,
did not.
no.
So the actual expense for the fireworks was 4,100. You wanna go 45?
If we are putting the portalets in another line item,
Yeah, but you just said that 4,100 did not include portalets.
correct.
And it did, and what we budgeted did not,
I don't even.
well,
did not quite cover the fireworks.
Lance, we also donated money to the fireworks display, if I remember right. So it was, this is what the town paid, but then what did we donate? Forget how much.
Well, it's,
A couple $100.
It wasn't
Right.
a lot, yeah.
It was like
right,
350 or $400.
I can't remember where the
and,
money came
and
from.
also,
Cold Harbor.
also Larry throws in some money too,
I didn't go up that.
for the fireworks. So he's covering some of the costs of the fireworks too.
Oh.
But,
Okay.
but I think if we go with, I'm not following Lance and Josh here because I'm hearing that we're putting the portalets in another line item.
Right.
Yes,
Okay, and then we're saying $4,000 for the firework
fireworks.
yes.
and we're good.
Yeah.
But Lance
That's
is
good.
asking
That worked for you?
4,000 enough.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So that was the
That-
idea.
Right,
That basically, I should have reworded it simpler.
Okay.
I mean,
okay,
4,000 is enough as far as you're
Yes,
concerned. Okay.
exactly. right, yeah. I wanted to check on MRBA if you've seen anything come from them.
MRDA.
Mississippi River Basin Association.
Um,
Don't get me going with my acronyms. I can go all day with this crap.
did,
Let me check this wonderful pile of stuff. Young senior citizens, industrial.
Yes, it was
health.
600, I think.
Double check.
I'm looking, I can't remember what it was.
So shall the town vote?
They'll give you a copy of it.
Oh, right.
He'll give you a copy of
Well,
it.
that was 600. It was,
No.
stuff. It was 600 last year, Paul.
600.
Okay.
Right.
No, we already did fireworks in the budget. It'll be a part of the general.
Right.
Yeah.
And the portalets for the 4th.
Right.
Are now,
So
in.
we can take out 20.
So we don't need to shell it.
Feel about a skating rink in that, on that land next to the fire department.
What's that?
How do you
Skating
think
rink
the
on that.
fireman would feel about a skating rink in that, on the land next to the fire department?
I think the community needs a skating rink.
Oh, I agree.
I
That's what.
used to have one when I was a kid. That's true.
When I had.
You used to have one down in front of Brigham Academy.
Yeah. That's it.
Academy.
I was like, I couldn't remember.
You gave us all the lumber sawed fresh from Thunder's Mill.
You and Phil Lumber and John Holcomb.
Holcomb.
Yep,
They
yep.
all played hockey at the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one,
I couldn't see it, but it was a lot of fun.
I thought Sheridan was the big one behind that.
Yeah.
quad and Marty.
oh my God, that was the best
don't-
skating rink in the world.
I
don't-
think from a liability
I don't-
standpoint, it would be better in front of Brigham to have the liability on the town rather than the fire department.
Yeah, reliability.
It's a perfect spot for it.
And
right there.
lighting,
Yeah,
That, you know, that's the thing I've always disliked about Bakersfield.
reliability.
They always worry about that liability thing.
Hey, sign a piece of paper that gives up your liability for it and you can skate there.
I
That's
bet
what
we can
fixes
get,
it.
I bet we can get $1 million coverage that wouldn't cost us hardly anything.
You're probably right.
Probably right.
I didn't see anything
They
there.
do it for wedding venues all the time and it's like
Nothing.
$60.
But they got till Friday to get it here. Right?
It will be the same, you think?
MRBA, yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
Right. It was sent pretty early.
That's why I was wondering if it was,
Might have got
December-
thrown in that pool.
it might be in a tabled. Tammy, can you check the tabled mail? But I think everything was put in here, though, is the thing.
Yeah, I thought it could have been in there.
Yeah, I know.
600? That's what it was last year.
Yeah.
Well, back when my son was playing hockey, I had.
There's usually a
one rink
report,
on
Josh.
this
Yeah,
Sent
lawn
with
of
it.
Brigham and another rink on this lawn for Brigham.
Yeah.
So that those that wanted to just skate could skate on this one and this
This
one
one?
was for hockey.
It's a quoi? Can you say it? It's a quoi?
It's this guy.
It's a
Yeah,
quoi.
it's, you're headed toward the French version, but
That's because we are so close to it. So Canada. Big.
The other day put.
That's Montpellier.
Westford
yeah.
are-
I got told when I moved here, that's not
They have-
Montpellier. What?
Well, they
It's a
bought it.
French word.
It's a kit.
It's a-
No, it's not.
we
It's
can-
it's homemade.
Somebody made.
yeah, I was just.
We can, with faith, just
Like you said, though, he wanted to make sure that it had
Use it.
request.
not to request so much as the report, because the report is. They
I
put out a good
I can
report.
follow up on the report, Josh.
Okay,
Just want to.
yeah, if you can send us a report, we'll put
Yeah.
the $600 in there.
Okay,
I get it already.
Excellent.
let's see. Oh, Linda want to know is there a Brigham Academy meeting been rescheduled?
It has not
That's
been
not a budget
scheduled.
item,
It's not.
just messing.
It has not been scheduled.
Okay,
It was postponed. If nothing else, Paul, I will do a short presentation at town meeting.
yeah, seems
Okay.
like that would be the
Yeah, I think
easiest.
we're getting a lot of questions. from
Right.
people.
Yeah.
So I think that would be good.
The last one, this third one here, Dave Stetson, do you want me to get him for town meeting again?
Oh, the
With
mic.
Brian, with the mic?
They did a great job last year.
Yeah, he did.
You're our IT guy, so you tell us.
Yeah,
Well, I don't have the equipment. He brings the equipment and.
So
sets
that
it all
answers
up.
that.
That answered that.
That's a lot of equipment
Yeah.
that he rolls in with.
Yeah.
Answers that, yes.
What was his
Cost.
what was his
I think
cost?
it was 300.
I just want to make sure we're paying it.
Yeah.
That's,
Where is that?
And I
That would-
believe that rolls in with 4th of July too.
Yes, it did.
Same, right, comes in the
Did I
same.
use the
one.
right sheet?
No.
Kidding.
I got different than what I
I
got
use these,
myself.
I
I
use
got-
these two right here.
Public announce system.
Yeah.
Yeah, we put 750 towards it. this way.
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's what I
Perfect.
totaled up too.
Okay, the
This-
last one is, I don't know if you've seen anything, it was in the messenger. That Franklin County Field Days was
It's
gonna
staying.
I
go,
have a request from them,
you do?
just saw it.
Yeah, 5,000, I think. And I just wanted to put a plug in for Franklin County Field Days. We really hope that they can get the shift made and find some land. Just a advertising type thing, but and been thinking about this, if we can go beyond the tractor pulls, the pickup pulls, and the demolition derby, and look at what Franklin County Field Days does to show off agriculture in Franklin County, to me is huge.
How many acres they need?
Here.
They're looking at trying to replace what's there, which is right around 100 acres.
Different than this one.
And
Only has
somewhere in that vicinity.
different.
They're looking for good soil type.
Yeah.
I think they've got some good leads on
Yeah.
land.
Yeah,
Oh, they do, good.
last thing you wanna do is have that in a clay pit.
Right.
Well,
So just, I know we're going to get a lot of static and a lot of discussion about it at town meeting. We've got property taxes that are going up here and people are going
the
to be
school
looking.
tax is gonna be horrendous.
Exactly, right. But maple and dairy are huge agriculture staples here in Franklin County, and they are both represented highly at field days. When we look at the kids that have gone through that Franklin County Field Days generations, and they've stayed in agriculture. Josh, I mean, you work with that every day.
Yep,
Uh,
I can tell you the biggest push you're gonna get though, Paul, is 5,000 is a big chunk,
right, yes,
considerably more than most other people are asking for. And a majority of the public that goes, sees drugs and alcohol,
right, right,
and that's gonna be your biggest pushback.
right,
Not,
And-
I'm not
and
putting it down
that's-
because I go, I love it, it's a
Right.
great event.
right.
Those are my three main events I go to.
Drugs and alcohol.
No, tractor
Drugs,
pulls,
alcohol, and the dark event.
truck pulls and.
Yeah, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
That,
I just-
it's hard to get people to look past that.
It is. Yep,
Right.
yep,
Did they do it with, did they ever do the truck pulls in that area with no beer tent? Cause
Beginning.
what do the field days make off that beer tent? I mean, the people running it make a lot,
Yeah,
but I was wondering, what do you guys get from it?
well, it's a percentage,
Oh,
I know,
percentage,
I know.
right.
We will,
gotcha.
yeah, we'll discuss that, that's later on in there, and
Good things that I.
That's what we,
So-
appreciate the time and the entertainment's been really good.
Thanks. All right, we aim to please,
All
come
right.
back anytime.
That's what I have.
Okay.
I came up with-
Cemetery Commission.
Came up with 198, 730.
Oh, they did have a
I
meeting
don't know which one he wanted. I thought he wanted to choose this one.
with all the major players
The blue ink, right?
Yes,
Simple IRA then.
yesterday.
That was 15,300.
Oh, I wonder.
So.
That's like.
15,000.
Oh, no, that was social security.
Was it social security Medicare for 15,000, you said?
Franklin County Industrial Development Court, Regional Planning Commission,
do you have a,
contractor.
Yes.
can I get a copy of that, please, Paul, because we're trying to put everything together tonight.
Okay, so we.
Actually, if you wanna give it to Tammy, can you make a quick copy of that so that,
Just put $600 for it.
yep,
So was there good results?
I came out feeling better than when I went in.
Historical Society.
Lost.
It wasn't all I'd hoped for, but I came out feeling better.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, so. I'd like to know why, like, I get all these planning commission minutes here.
Yeah, I don't know where,
Well,
what
like half the papers that are here aren't even mine.
for themselves.
Planning commission has posted some minutes
Yeah, maybe.
online.
Yeah. who's doing the team planning stuff?
No,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I stack it up every time,
Yeah,
stuff all over this table.
that's, you know why that is, Tammy? Cause this is a select board table.
Oh, for the love of God.
all right, so this one,
What are we doing?
Table, she said.
so Todd, what I'm trying to do right now. Is there's a couple of warnings, or a couple things that have to go on the warning,
Right.
and there's a couple of things. That have gotten moved. Like I know we got a request from the Historical Society,
So
and it's,
property taxes, that's gonna stay the second, oh, it's gonna be the 24th, right? Taxes are due October 2nd, 2024 on this morning. I'm looking at this.
Did we move over to the morning?
we're working off the warning right now, yeah.
I think you're right, yeah, I don't know. If
Well,
it's
okay, well.
This is why,
Probably gonna be like the 4th.
this is why I wish my shit didn't get moved.
Thank you. It felt refreshing.
So it'll be October 7th.
That was washing your hands.
Okay.
In 2024.
Oh, God.
You hear that, John?
What?
On the warning, it's
Yeah.
gonna say shall the town vote to have its property taxes due on October 7th, 2024.
Thank you.
And then the 6th is gonna stay.
198, 730, we agree.
Yeah.
So 198, 730.
I didn't realize we got off of the budget.
The budget should be,
We're just filling in while Josh is looking some stuff up.
Just what I said.
can we,
You had those and I did, I was going off my own numbers.
still,
Are we keeping 7?
let's look here.
Select board to borrow.
Where's my scribble sheet?
Yeah.
Tax note? I don't think we need.
I don't think we're gonna ask for any money for any extras, cause look at what our budget is.
No, but as far as.
Yes, we keep 7.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the way something.
That's
comes
a
up.
safety factor.
It just allows us to take out
Tan
a
loan.
tax, a TAN loan
Yep.
if we need to.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily have to use it.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So. If we took
What did we budget last year?
8,
That's not,
9, and 10
that's what we.
and
budgeted last
combined
year.
them and just said, shall the town appropriate X amount of money for road?
So what we have to do,
Anything, get kind of combined.
so one of the things that we have to do,
Right,
one of the, give me just a minute here.
We should. put-
Under number 2,
yep,
okay?
yep,
To be voted on by Australian ballot.
Yeah,
3-year term.
The road, no, none of those, we don't worry about any of those. We need to add. Because of number,
we got a double B.
whatever the hell it was,
this is
that,
under 2.
because of number 25 last year. We have voted to go to Australian ballot for the budget,
Right.
The what, the budget?
budget.
Oh,
So what we need to do is, as a group, are we budgeting, are we putting them together? Or are we putting them in separate?
So when they say Australian ballot, the total budget amount,
Would it, you can put them in as 2 separate, you can put the road in
yeah.
with a budget, and you can put the general in with a budget.
I think
That's the way it's always been here.
Yeah, the road is
Yeah,
one.
I agree.
The general is
Yeah,
one.
I think
Okay.
that's one, I agree with that, yeah.
Alright,
So that's under 2.
this is under 2, so here we will do. Road. And
And then general budget, right?
Why would that be under 2? Didn't we already? listed one?
Australian ballot,
Right.
okay?
Yeah, you gotta add
This,
that as.
you have to have this has to be worded.
Changing it. Last year, we didn't do Australia.
Correct.
Okay.
This is gonna be like F and G or something, right? A and B, actually.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Okay,
Okay.
So road budget.
So
What did I say it was?
in what positions could we have to vote?
Yeah, how do you want to word that?
it would be road budget and general budget,
Right.
just the same way it's, general expense and road work.
So we can take out 8,
Well, that's not
9, and 10.
Well, I'm just saying, we worded the
Same
same,
thing.
that it was worded there.
road work.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And we're combining 8, 9, and 10 of the road one.
465.
Yep, sorry, 465. $465,000.
$30.
I think we can just make it an even 4,465,000.
Even,
Yeah,
forget the 30.
I mean, if that $30 comes into play, we fucked up. Excuse my language.
No, that's fine.
What's total, please?
465,000.
465 even?
Yep.
Yep.
65,000.
Does that include the 10,000 for the paving and the 10,000 for bridge?
No,
That-
those are separate.
Okay, so
This
we're
is
gonna keep
just-
them separate now.
We're gonna keep them separate,
So we're taking
taking
8
eight.
away. Basically.
just because if you put it all together,
Right.
everybody was bitching that they didn't have anything.
So you don't want to combine 8, 9, and 10?
No,
Okay, so it's just line
So
8.
that's just
Just
8
line
that
8.
we did.
Yep.
Okay, right.
So that.
8 and 11,
For what?
road,
Road work.
road work.
So general expenses will be just line 11?
just line 11.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Right?
yes,
Yeah.
which means the BCC and all that other stuff will have to come out as their own item,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
No,
We still gotta
we
figure.
never budget for those.
We can't put an amount in there yet, but.
We know what
Really-
they are, because we've already
No, no, I'm
approved the
saying for
first.
for the general budget.
You really want to keep you don't want to throw all that in. The equipment fund, the equipment repairs and bridge and
We
paving.
Just call it road budget.
It hasn't been before, and.
We haven't voted it off the floor before.
Well, no, I know, but last year when we put this forward, we said that it was just gonna be the road work budget,
Did we?
yes. Because that was one of the things,
What difference does it make?
Well, what's it?
I don't think it's all road work.
No, but what difference does it make?
Yeah, I know.
Leave it as is.
amended that,
Because I would rather,
Okay, that's what I'm.
if, say somebody's trying to cut the budget.
Yeah.
Rather than them vote the
No.
whole road budget down, maybe they'd look and say, you know what, I'm gonna vote no for paving.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can go with it. I just needed to
So-
hear an argument on it,
so-
so what your opinion is.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I would rather have them vote no on one of these small things down here than try to vote no on their whole budget, and then we
Because they
gotta
didn't-
try to redo our whole budget.
right,
Okay,
And maybe
Because-
they were just looking to cut 10,000.
all right.
because you'd have another 10, 20. 35. 50,
61.
yeah, 61,000 on top of that, so I'd make that you know.
Yeah.
500 and,
And if they look at last
$10,000.
thing, they're gonna say that's almost $100,000 increase.
yeah, and then we'll look at the stuff
No,
that's been rolled into it. So-
I can live with that. I just wanted to.
Yeah, and one of the responses that we got the other night was. If these were gonna be voted from the floor, because if not, what's the purpose of having a town meeting?
You got that too.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so, alright, so
Put it out,
you totaled up road,
yes.
you guys wanna tackle the general?
No.
But what
No,
about the
it's-
general?
Huh?
I still have line items that need to be filled in on the
What
general.
do you have?
Besides the QuickBooks, I have, did we nail down the employer FICA? We know the percentage. We didn't do the salaries for the team.
Hang
They don't have FICA in there.
Yep,
Yeah, we did.
What's the FICA for?
Just a minute. I gotta find out where the hell I did it.
Who are you talking?
he's talking,
Right.
General fund, page 2, employer FICA Medicare.
he's talking this one.
Like a Medicaid.
We did the road, but we didn't.
No, I did do it. I.
Off of 102?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did we discuss any salary increases on the 100?
We did not. We did not.
Right, because it'll change once we had a salary increase.
Yes, it will. Where the hell was that freaking total, John?
A salary increase on the.
they have it yet, we haven't done any yet, we haven't done any salaries.
We did the road. That's it.
I need about 7 more copies of
I
the
know.
same paper.
It was,
I don't even find Where's the top?
With the irrigation,
Where's the 102?
Like.
you saw the 102 in two spots. It was on the page. It was in, well, first off, the 102 is at the bottom. And here are the irrigations. There's
Yeah,
one.
no, there was some
Medicare. It probably shows up as Medicare.
It was here.
It's under employee.
Nope.
Here.
Right here, 4 down from the top.
Yeah.
It's on town expense 2023.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you and I were going. It's the, you just got it on a different page, I think.
No, it's
We
right
got it
here.
on
It's right
7
here.
different pages.
It's all right.
It was 7,900.
So 7,900,
Employer FICA was?
Yes,
How much?
but that's not.
7,900.
79.
That does not, as John has explained, it does not include any anticipated salary increases.
So if we're increasing the salary, it's gonna change that
You're
7,900.
giving it the
Well, I mean-
3% increase, yeah.
Where is everybody at is the problem.
Where's everyone at with what? What we think an increase should be or?
No, what, like where everybody is.
What,
I mean, we know the treasurer,
I got the assistant clerk, the assistant
we
treasurer,
know the treasurer's up.
what do you
right?
mean?
Well,
Oh, that we.
well, we
did.
budgeted
It's
for.
28,000 now.
So I mean, you can cross that out right there.
So this is up 19K.
What sheet you on now? Josh?
Mhm.
I'm
I don't
on
have that many.
this one.
I don't have.
Right? Do we have?
So you're 7,900. What I'm
Goes
saying, the
off.
problem there is gonna be off, because we
That's-
just added $10,000 to the budget right there.
Right there. And then we have well, I want to do an increase for the treasurer because we just.
No, that-
But for instance, town
I already
clerk,
acknowledged that.
people like that.
You already had that in there?
No, I already acknowledged the 7,900 did not. Hold
Oh,
on.
he said it didn't.
So
include it.
what I'm saying here is like your assistant clerk. That is Tammy, correct?
Yes,
That is 10.
What is your hourly rate, Tammy?
3%. If that's right, is that what you're saying? I don't know what we.
See, that was my thought.
I don't
To a
even think
degree,
we
Tom,
talked
we did
about
the
it.
road at 3,
Yeah,
right across the board and call it a day. It's because we called the road across cost of living. Right? If it's cost of living, it's cost of living, right?
or we go less on the road and go less cost of living for everybody, that's.
Or you drop the
I
road
agree,
down to
it'd
like
be-
2.5 and do 2.5 across.
Well, I mean, so if you do it that way, you're looking at 100 and, it'd be about 115,000,
Overall, if you take it
Overall.
3% of the overall.
right?
Make-
Well, you need to take the 102 and add 10, well, don't do the.
I just did 110 plus,
be 105, be 106,000.
plus $10,000 for the graze on
Right.
the treasurer position.
Right, that went up, so it's 112 just to start.
No, it's 115,866.
Yeah,
I just said 115.
Yeah.
Yeah, 105 plus 10.
Way to go.
Try not to drag this out any longer than we have to.
So we based the budget
The other
on
one was
106, 116,000.
yeah,
The listers put in a budget. That's correct, Terry.
right, I
Mhm.
think you're right, that's,
Mhm.
sounds right, Lance.
So hang on just a minute there.
The lister's budgeted amount was. Well, they have expense, education and mileage, they didn't put in their dollar amount.
Then we
We didn't put in a dollar amount, but
We gotta be careful, we don't talk it out of executive session on some of the.
it was public knowledge.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's listed in the town report.
No, just because it's public knowledge though, doesn't mean that you shouldn't.
Well. we can-
Hi, we could do an executive session.
No, I just wanna make sure it wasn't recorded.
What, what was theirs last
That's what
year?
I'm trying to find in
Who are
here.
you looking at? Right here, there.
No, I'm doing-
Here,
8874.
14,960.
Yeah,
So
So, but they broke it down to individual, but we don't
Which is
have it
good.
broke down to individual.
right, that's just what they're requesting. So, Lance, do me a favor, since you get your calculator out,
Yeah,
14,960.25.
more than 3%.
14,950.25.
Was it
We didn't
last
give her
year?
a roll.
Yep. Divided by 17,845.
0.83.
So 15 would be 17%.
That's, yeah,
The-
No,
That was their salaries last year, 17?
No,
No,
that's
that's
what they're
what they were
requesting,
this year.
No, what was it last year though?
14,960.
We rounded up. 16,
Thousand.
Yeah, I know.
16% rounded.
845. Minus,
So $448 would be a 3% increase for last year's.
Right, so what Tammy's saying
But
is they've
adding
added a,
person.
they've added a third lister.
Right,
That is correct.
but that third lister should
Yeah, but-
start at base salary, they shouldn't get 3%, should they? Or do they? That's a question.
I don't think they're requesting that, actually.
They
And
just
So what's
requested
the
an
cost
amount.
per lister? I guess that's what I'm confused.
yeah, I guess,
They're-
What was it?
They're just estimating what it'll take.
but what was it last year
Yeah.
is the thing.
Well, so
Break it
they
out,
said that,
right?
they said that, Sue and Sharon were both full-time.
Yeah.
And Pat came on for the last third,
Mhm.
approximately the last third. So how you would figure that?
Yeah, well, that's what
Well,
I'm-
you'd have to divide it by,
Take Pat's salary.
Take
multiply
that
by
out,
three.
right.
six,
just-
seven, you'd have to divide it by,
We know what Sue had, we know what
Seven.
Sharon had, just double Sharon and you got,
yeah, but we don't know what
Theoretically.
they had because it's not broke down like that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
right, but how many hours? That's the problem.
So that's what the 3% should be based on is the hourly rate,
Okay, the,
So,
yeah.
sorry,
right?
Mhm.
But then we don't know how many hours to allot for a year.
Well, when they say they're full-time, are they working 40 hours or they working?
No, they come in a lot on Fridays. They're here a lot on Friday for several hours.
Right,
And then they come and go, and I can only say what I'm hearing, I trip across them. They come and go throughout the week, but Friday's their big process
so
day.
you could take that amount and divide it by their hourly rate and know how many hours they put in, right? Right, we could take what their bill, they said if it was 3,000 last year, we're paying them $20 an hour, how many hours does that equate out?
Right, no, you're absolutely right.
You know, and then figure
Yeah.
3% based on that.
Right. Do you have their breakout?
but you have to,
I mean, I'm not trying to nickel dime, but it's,
No.
we're giving, if we give one 3% and then all of a sudden they find out we gave 10% to this other group.
Right. that's
People
what
are
I'm
gonna be
thinking.
upset.
We gave a road.
Well,
crew
that's what I'm
3%.
saying, we need to kind
Gotta
of.
stay within that 3%, I would
Right.
say. That's what we gave the road crew.
Right, the
Well, you
problem
gotta-
is we don't do reviews. We don't really have a review process here to say,
Well,
God, you did a better job than John versus.
that's why it's a COLA increase
Right.
and not a.
Yeah.
Cost of living.
Yes.
Right, it's not a performance
No.
increase,
No.
it's,
And you gotta remember,
It's a
this is
straight
a budget
across.
request on their retire,
Mhm.
and it isn't written in stone that
Can you
this
take-
is what they'll get,
Right.
or.
can you take this number right here, Terry? And subtract $1,145.
what is it, 17, 845 minus,
1,145.
16,007.
So that's
Okay.
actually what we would be budgeting because this would come out of the FICA Medicare, this
Right,
1,100.
right.
They figured that up with their,
No, so they already have it.
so they already had that part in there, so
Awesome.
16,700
It's-
at 3 people. You're adding an extra person in here. 14,960.
Yeah, so they'd be close, they're probably around.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah,
adding,
no, that makes.
that's gonna be full time,
Yeah,
or not
yeah.
full time, but
Right.
full year.
Right.
So you're adding another 2/3 of a
Position.
position
Yep.
for less than $2,000, really.
Right.
So I don't feel like that's actually outside the realm, yeah.
I would agree with that.
So that still leaves our 116 is
How many hours are they
Somewhere
putting in
involved.
a year?
It varies depending on what's going on.
Yeah.
Like this year, they're anticipating more hours because of the reappraisal.
Yeah.
For the state.
They've had a lot more work. Coming up.
and if you
But on
remember,
an average, what do they usually,
I have,
You mean a week, a month, what?
a week?
I
couldn't tell you.
doubt they put in.
I mean, if they're
around
requesting,
14, 16 hours, maybe
that's
a week.
Total for all of them?
probably
Yeah.
less than.
I was gonna say, 'cause usually on Fridays, they're here
$500 a month.
2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what,
usually,
I'm just curious.
I
that's
mean,
what I've seen. them
that,
do.
that is,
500 divide that by
What we're
4
trying to do.
is
Six and a half
$695.
Kept wanting, Everything.
And then
paid
they're
at
here
$25 an
sometimes in the
hour.
other part of the week. I doubt they put in full days
Try to
work.
get themselves
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
because that would be almost.
That's why I'm
Yeah,
saying
we
they should
started
keep
at
their
40
salary
guys.
plus three, they're getting $20 an hour, what's 3% of
16.
$20, and that's the raise that person gets.
Well,
The other two are
Yeah, I don't see
seventeen
them
an hour,
going
they
to
get
pay as
3%
much,
of
but
17.
when I've been.
So,
for
yeah,
hours,
okay,
Does
so,
that make sense? I mean, I'm just,
They're here till 4.
so take this number,
And split all three,
Cause
right?
I was in here
Take this
working,
number,
they were out
divide
there
it by
full
20.
time working.
yeah, I'm just gonna, that
And
tells
Sue
you.
does stuff at home too.
Yeah,
I mean, I had some
325
changes
hours.
in a year.
tax
You
status.
divide that by,
Well, she
divided
called
by
me in the evening.
52?
well, I mean, they don't work every week.
No.
yeah, I'm
You
not
probably
sure. what
say
the
On
problem.
a long range, say 40,
So if they got it all broken out, we just need to go
You know.
through the question.
8 hours a week. That doesn't sound outrageous.
No, that sounds about right.
I think it's reasonable.
So we're just figuring it out, taking
Right.
these numbers.
I've
dividing it
been
by-
listening.
Okay, so I mean, they're, if
About 8
they
hours.
work 40
That's
weeks,
what we're saying.
not 52, say you work about 40 weeks a year,
Yeah.
they'd work about 8 hours a week.
Right.
Yeah.
At 40 weeks, not at 52 weeks, but at 40 weeks. That's not, I don't think that's outrageous, really. I think we could accept their payroll
Right.
at the rate that it's
I
at.
wish they'd have given us the hourly rate.
Well, I think that's
Just
what
to
we
keep
need to.
them in check
estimate
with
hours.
everybody
Does it have,
else
does it have
that's.
each individual broken down?
Yes.
You know what I'm
So at a
saying?
3% increase, $20 an hour would be $20.60.
Yeah.
So
So if you take
Just
$20.60 times
divide by 20.
however many hours.
I think
That sounds.
Just to give an
That's what we
idea.
did.
And
I think
it doesn't go down.
16 is pretty close.
But the important thing for us is the 11:45.
Yeah, that's gonna be budgeted somewhere else.
Right, but that, they've already done the math for us on that.
Yes, but it goes in as a total, so I
We
mean,
just have to add it in somewhere else.
that'd be a pain in the ass.
Well, are they in here? They are.
FICA's in
Yeah.
there separate.
So we have their total, take it out, we'll add it in here and then we'll do a total for the whole.
So we don't need to break it down like that. We just
17.
need Total salary.
17,845. Minus 1145,
11:45,
sorry,
so
that
that's
was
16,700,
65.92.
right?
1,600,
16,700, is my math right?
I believe so.
You said 11:45 from 17,845,
Where are we?
so 145 from 8 is 745, one from
Yes.
16 is, or 17 is 16, right?
Correct,
16,700.
correct.
I think
I
they all
agree,
came
these
in.
are right on with a 3% increase, the way I was at it.
That was
Yep.
the math I did, it was,
Yep.
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 It was this that
Yeah,
made it look.
Yeah, excuse it,
so what did we decide? I mean, is
so 16,700
that under?
in the place of, on this sheet, Todd,
Oh, okay.
we'd cross out the 14,960,
What are you putting?
16,700.
How does that relate to this other lister stuff that we never been in, the mileage expense?
That is in the general, which should have all been,
Did we? I
it
didn't-
should have all been budgeted.
Isn't it totally blanketed that we were
Yeah.
gonna do the mileage?
Right.
Yes. Oh, we didn't put that there.
Yeah.
Lister education, they're asking for $400.
Okay.
Right,
Okay,
I think we added in on, I think we added their salaries in the expense, didn't we?
No,
No, that 18 is good.
I don't have 18,000 in the Lister expenses.
I have 18,420. What do you have? I think it was, I added the salary.
I have nothing there.
right,
So
I
the
think I put their
Lister
salaries. in there.
education, you're gonna
Um,
put 400.
Lister expenses on
Yeah.
the town expenses for 23,
yeah,
Well, no, that was 567.
$567, yeah.
we agree at 600 or something like that, I thought.
Well, so we put in 400 in education.
Yeah, would they have?
They're asking for 200 mileage, 280
Lister's
in
mileage.
Nemrick.
There's one for just mileage,
Yeah, and
Lister's
then so we
mileage.
just need to look.
Okay, so the Lister mileage, we can put in 220.
I had 220 written in, yeah.
Yep.
And then Lister's expenses would
So that would be
be
the other stuff, that would be your Nemrick software at 280. Your Apex drawing program at 215, postage at 30, and Vermont Assessors and Listers Association at 50.
2, 4.
All right.
Did you write those down, John? Sorry.
16, 17, carrier one,
About 300.
575.
Oh, I said 600.
575, we can put 600.
That's right, 600.
600.
Well, where were you when I was at it together, Chad?
You kept saying it.
Oh, I just did it in my head.
I hear it.
The library, instead of putting in the general fund, that's gonna be its own ticket item.
Right.
The listers are covered under us.
So the library expense, library grants are all, take that right off this.
Yes, the only other thing,
I Memorial Day empty. What was that for? We were thinking flags.
flags, I think that's what we changed it. No, yeah, that was changed to flags, which is on the bottom of the first page.
I'll strike Memorial Day.
Yep,
This is
Bottom of
the
the first
flag.
page.
bottom of the
Yeah,
first
it
page,
is.
we put
Right
in
last line.
1750 for flags.
Yep, I got it.
What do I have here? For you.
Where else are you blank?
Did you put it, the flags?
Expense,
Flags, Memorial Day. What's up?
planning expense.
Library expense, library
Flags,
grants.
what?
Okay, so flags was 1750.
Thank you.
What did we say? Because Bill came in, isn't that the planning committee we're talking about here?
Yeah,
And he said, we said he didn't need. He was covering the town plan by himself. What did we agree to? We threw a number out,
For which one?
For who?
planning expense, the planning commission.
Well, I don't.
I thought we said he's not asking for any, so why are we trying to put in?
yes,
He did.
planning expense, we put in $500.
Thank you. That's what I thought. We weren't giving them anything for the
650.
piece.
Oh, for the expense,
Yeah.
I did do 500, yes, for expenses.
Books we've got to work on.
That's good. I mean, we gotta have that. That's one of the few things holding us up.
What's that?
The QuickBooks.
Yeah.
T-tax, workers' comp has been rolled up.
What was the cost for QuickBooks? We didn't have that. did we?
We're trying to figure that out.
What about grant writing expense?
So that's its own
So we're gonna.
entity. We're gonna take that one off.
Think
Yep.
you have account manager For this site,
What do you mean on entity?
we should
We're gonna
have
put it
someone
in
account
Yeah,
manager.
as a
for the
separate-
site. It
yeah.
might be these guys that do the
On the
copy.
ballot, you mean?
They're the ones
No.
that would give us.
We're not asking for any
I
money.
go.
Cause right now we have. The
Right, so
ARPA money that
Russ
we
is
put
an
in there.
MSP who sells
Yep,
different
yep,
stuff and get
Yep.
laptops through them and everything else. They-
Library.
Right.
is its-
We decided nothing.
Library is its own. They're budgeted- Right, cause they go on the ballot all by themselves.
So, court tax, direct tax,
Tax.
court tax.
For
Memorial
7,
Day.
you said? You said a seven?
Memorial Day that we moved that to. flags,
That's that
right?
to flags, yep.
Brigham residence is empty. We were waiting for someone to get over his sicky poo time.
What?
Brigham expense? Brigham residence, I'm sorry, first page, general.
We had 250 in that, because what we had told, or what we had said, is that is one that we pay out, and then the grant reimburses us.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay, so we put 250. Thank you.
Now, John, you're not working in the receipts area, are you?
No, I'm at the bottom.
Okay,
I
just
don't.
making sure.
Next year, when we have Tom prep this stuff, we need it all in one sheet and not stuff we don't need.
Vermont tax was scratched completely.
I don't need to see stuff I don't need to see.
That's what I'm scratching stuff here as we go.
You scratched Vermont tax, right?
I
What
did.
about simple IRA?
Simple IRA, we gotta do the math on.
Okay.
Working on that.
We got sidetracked. We've moved away from it, so.
Vera just said 600.
600, yeah.
That's what I wrote in from
That's what I
there.
put in there,
Okay,
right?
which one?
Simple IRA,
Okay,
Tax prep?
3% of that.
Right, that's what she,
right?
Tax prep?
no,
I have a hash mark in
yeah.
there.
No,
Why
you-
are you going through this again?
No,
These are just the
he's
answers.
right, because not everybody gets an hour.
Right,
Right.
she said there was only one
Yeah,
person.
she said 600 would cover it, I think.
You're right.
Tax prep Vera just told us to scratch.
Hey, what was, I have a note written down at the bottom. Historical fund?
let's be adding these, Jonathan. Why are you not adding them?
Yeah, wages is the
Note for
only thing I'm
historical
missing.
fund?
Yeah,
What was that?
Right?
the problem is. It was in my pile.
And Tammy moved it.
Somebody was taking it.
The damn plan.
Yeah. Tammy took us over in the strap line.
It's,
It was $5,000. I have
it
that
is,
written.
it's $5,000. That's what they asked
I don't
for.
remember what it was for.
with the.
It's for the Historical Society.
Oh, wait, that's the Historical Society, right?
Oh, historical,
In the beginning of general expenses, go through line by line and nobody's allowed to say anything.
We've got that. Here we go.
What's that?
So
what are we doing now?
general fund, just grab this one so we can go through it and be done with it.
I
I'll make
I need a
sense when I
clear
get it
one.
right here.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, Some people have been asking a lot of questions.
Yes, no,
Advertising, 500.
yeah,
Ambulance contract, $41,247.79.
Yep.
BCC, $2,275. Ballot clerks, 2,000. BCA expense, 2,000. BCA of tax penalties is blank. Fire department contract, $88,004. Book fund, scratched. Or sorry, not budgeted, don't scratch it completely.
No.
Brigham expense, $5,000. Brigham residence, $250. Building expense and town hall repair, $15,250. Cemetery expense, scratched. Lease, copier lease, $2,000. Port tax, $13,000.
I thought we were finding that out tomorrow.
Well, we're putting that for now.
Direct tax, not budgeted. Direct tax previous years, we put $5,000 in,
Okay.
Direct tax previous year,
correct.
that had it scratched.
Yeah.
That was what,
Yeah.
here, that's what I'm today.
Yep.
Dispatch, 17,728.
Mhm.
Dog expense, $250. Donations, we scratched. Education, $1,000. Electricity, 1,500. Fireworks, 4,000. Flags, 1,750. Flowers, 500. Grant writing, not budgeted this year. Heating oil, 5,000. Employer FICA and Medicare, we have to figure out after we figure out everybody's
Salary.
salaries.
Mhm.
Health officer expenses, $250. Internet, $250. Late fees, penalties and interest, 500. Library expenses go under the library thing. Grant transfer goes under the library thing. Lister education, 400. Lister expense, 600. Lister mileage, 220.
Yeah.
Membership dues, 3,000.
Mhm.
Memorial Day scratched. Mileage, 250. We may actually want to revisit that because we just brought that up from 55 to 65.
67.
67.
Yeah.
So we may want to double that.
So I'm-
That was before we made that.
That was before we made the, yeah, let's bring that up to 500.
Yeah.
Is this just the road crew or everybody?
This is just the general fund. This is not the road crew.
Oh,
Miscellaneous, 1,000. Monument expense, 250. Office expense, 6,000. Overpayment of delinquents tax, we do not budget for. Overpayment of taxes, we do not budget for. Overpayment of zoning, we do not budget for. Park expenses, $2,000. Park loan scratched, park principal scratched. Water bill, 180. Planning expenses, 500. Portalets, 650. Postage, 750. PA system, 750. QuickBooks, we're looking into. School generator, 2,500. Select board expenses, 500. Select board legal, 5,000. Simple IRA, 600. Streetlights, 2,200. Tax prep is scratched. Telephone, 2,000. Unemployment, 548. The two VLCT property casualty workers comp combined, 31,000. VT tax is scratched. Water, 180. Website, 500. Workers comp scratched. Zoning, 500. Zoning legal, 5,000. Zoom, 250. Wages yet to be set.
So if I could,
So I'm.
Questions?
discussed
No.
at the end of the other meeting, and Bill
Yeah, I remember.
off, make a combined legal fund for 15,
Right.
right? Because why have three
15,000,
different funds?
250.
The other
Building
two
expense.
don't have a problem, but the one does. Why don't we just make a general legal fund for,
Yeah. 15,000.
select board zoning and just call it
We
15.
could.
That one was scratched. Okay.
Right now. In the simplicity of budgeting and the timeline that we have. I'm gonna recommend that we leave it as is, just a recommendation, doesn't have to be, can be voted on.
Could we rename it to just say legal? And
That's what he's saying,
Yeah.
is it, but then we'd have to go through and pull out all the legal stuff.
See what you're saying.
Put that in a separate line item.
No,
The only problem is when we talked to Bill, that was pitched and Bill said, yeah, do that and put it into a common, cause he would have had 5,000. And I said, just put it into a common legal fund so that we don't have to, any group can pull from it. If we don't use it, we don't have to keep, you put next year, you put a little less and less, and we don't need to worry about it when we get X amount of dollars and it just percolates money.
I thought we did that.
Well, that's what I was saying. We talked about it, but we
Well,
didn't
that's what-
strike it here. We Need to put it here and remove the legal funds and put 15,000 into it. Otherwise, we need to put 5,000 in the bills. Cause we told them that we were doing that.
We did have to have a legal fund. And I agree that it makes more sense to put it in a common fund.
Take out select board legal.
where are the other legal funds?
Legal and just put legal expenses there.
So there's select board and there's zoning,
Right. And there was.
And scratch zoning.
so if you scratch zoning
Right,
Yeah.
completely, zoning legal, sorry,
right.
scratch that. And then under select board legal, scratch out the select board,
Just put legal funds.
just put legal.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put a 1 in front of that 5 and make it 15 instead of 5.
Yeah. I'm
There
good.
we go.
I'm good.
Thank
I
you.
figured-
That wasn't nearly as troublesome as I thought it was gonna be. Thank you.
15.
Just trying to
Thousand.
put the different legal funds. where that-
And if we don't
Yeah.
spend it,
No.
we could put it into. A separate fund and
Yeah.
then.
Well, because I think we've run into issues with the listers, we've run
Right,
into
yes, we have.
issues with all of them, so.
Administrator, the select board itself, is that,
Okay. So. Oh, I really
Let's
don't
just-
I really don't wanna total that one up, but here we go.
salaries.
Need salary.
Let's finish that up. I think the 116,000 is reasonably close.
Mhm.
I don't disagree with you.
I would-
So under salaries, we put in 16,000.
160?
160, I apologize, 116,000.
Let's,
Is that what the three, when we take the 102 and add the 3% and then put 10 on, that's what it comes out to?
That is,
say, try that again.
that
When
is,
we take the 102, you add 3%. And
102. I thought you said the 1 and the 2. I was like,
No, the 102, add 3% and then chuck the extra 10 grand we had on. For the,
it
for
wasn't
the
10,
treasurer.
though. It wasn't 10, it was only 2.
Wages.
No, it's 10.
no, it's 10.
Was it 10?
Well, it's 19.5.
What are we doing on wages? What's the final vote?
So 102. Point, 102,000.
Take 3% for that. Is that what you're saying?
802.
Well, hang on a minute. You take 102, we're not doing that one.
Minus 18, listen, minus.
No, John's got it right. You take 102,000, multiply it by 103 or 1.03 and then add 10 to it. Because
Yeah,
the
but-
10 already,
Well, technically add 12 because the listers already gave themselves their raise.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So take out that.
I would take out, honestly, I'd take out the listers and the treasurer,
Yeah, it's just. the-
What's that?
Mhm.
do the listers and the treasurers out, right? Then
Ready?
take those out of the 102, add 3%, and then add
Can you
in
hear
the
it?
listers
Or is it
request
just me?
and 28.
What's that?
this,
Because he's already
this
got
added to
his.
3 is 116. What do I add to?
Right, so take the 102, 802,
We got
Yeah.
that in your-
minus out the 14,960.
Oh, and then adding the
25,
Oh,
16,
there was
okay.
a car-
102, minus 14,960
Minus 18,500,
minus
18,500.
18,500
Add 3%.
Why won't,
times 1.03.
yeah, well, why won't you minus the 14? No,
Because we're gonna, because they already did those, we're gonna add in
Okay.
16,700.
Oh,
Add
okay.
in 16,700
Plus 116,700
and then 28,000.
plus 28, 1, 2, 3 equal 116,000.
Yeah, I mean, it was damn close. You guys were right knocking the door.
It comes out to 116,000.
116.
Oh, geez, excuse me, it's 116,123,07.
125, 16. Now, Lance, add, do the, what the hell is it called? The FICA. The 7 point, what the hell was
Do
that?
you want to keep, what do you want to?
Keep that number.
No, just call it 16,000. 116,000 times 0.0765 is 8874. Call it 9,000.
$9,000 for FICA. There you go. Nice job.
We got 116 for the wages, right? We're calling.
Which is on.
Josh, did you ever wonder why I drank?
Do you ever
I
wonder?
wonder why you didn't bring any with you.
Yeah, whatever happened to that stuff you brought last year? That was so good.
I know, I was sick. I didn't. We'll have
It was
to,
9,000, you said?
we'll have to do that another time.
Bill.
Where is that line item? Sorry.
Where is this?
What did we say? It's 116 even?
116 even.
116 even.
Okay, and the FICA, where was that line, Josh?
Second page top, like third or fourth or fifth one down.
We had 7,900.
Okay, got you. So that was 9,000 there.
Yep, put 9,000 there.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
116 down bottom.
Yep. Now we can add it.
Now,
There you go. Now we're done.
all right, that's your job.
that's your job.
We did the
We
last
did the
one.
last one, yeah.
Do you want that one or are you good on there? All right.
I'm gonna drink.
Let me know when you crack the bottle.
Hey, all right, yeah.
So you can start, I will come across on
While
you.
Lance is doing that, we're sure. Yeah, you
No, we're
got.
not talking because Lance cannot do that and let's talk.
This question.
We're striking 24.
24.
You are way beyond where we are at this point.
I just,
It's not even there yet.
We're still on 2.
Yeah.
That's where general expenses are.
we were down under 11.
John, you're right, 24 is struck.
24 struck.
Let's see here, 24. Correct.
We added it into the budget.
Hey, did we
Show the town.
did we do that double last year?
What's that?
Show the town authorized select board to borrow money.
25.
Yes,
24.
Because we did that moving forward, right?
Yes.
yeah.
All right, so let's go back to the beginning here.
25.
Bergam expense.
So 2 is gonna stay, you're gonna pick the terms that are.
There you go. Expense. I know you want me to read it off to?
Regular expense, $5,000.
Thank you. It's just,
Yep, no. That was,
Okay, our bridge fund stays the same, right?
hang on,
Okay,
Hold
taxes are due what day?
7.
on,
7.
October 7th, 2020.
cemetery expense was scratched.
Yes.
Just clarifying, so I don't have to go through this again.
Show the town, yeah, show the throws the borrow money in anticipation of taxes.
Stays,
We're gonna leave that because that just gives us permission to do it.
Yeah.
right,
If we don't need to do it, we don't.
right.
Right.
Road work is above $10,000 for paving, right, that gets scratched.
But the 10,000 for paving and. repairs and
Number
everything.
8 gets scratched,
Right.
9 stays the same,
10 stays.
10 stays the same.
11
Well,
Lance is
Uh,
working.
11 gets scratched, but it's gonna be a different number up at the top.
Yeah. Audit.
So what Kathy was saying is, that's like a non-negotiable. Kind of like the ambulance and all that
Would
stuff.
that be rolled into our general budget?
She said it could be,
Well, I thought this is, we're trying to put monies away to pay for them.
right, right. So what we're gonna do, so shall the town appropriate $5,000 to an outside audit, for an outside audit, year ending 2028? I think that should read, shall the town appropriate $5,000 for a fund to fund an outside, you know what I mean?
Right.
For a fund.
Or
Outside audit
if
requirement side.
we have to have it, I agree with Todd. If this is something that's
Yeah.
like not negotiable.
Yeah, you're technically,
then it should be in the general fund,
then we can put it in the general fund,
Outside audit fund.
outside audit.
and we can put
Cause this
that,
here, you're taking a chance that it's not happening.
right,
And then
So
when you
here on the bottom.
have the bill to pay.
Right at the bottom, we're gonna put outside audit, right?
5,000. I'll scratch it then for nothing.
No,
There you go.
I have a question, Joe.
External.
Where is that money currently that we put aside? If.
it's in a special,
So she
Yeah.
has that fund, right? Okay.
External audit, $5,000.
so that will get scratched, number 12 will be scratched.
So
Equipment fund stays the same. Repair fund, what is our repair fund at? because the repair fund is one that we,
Equipment repair fund,
Repair from regular.
20, is that right? No, let me go to the second page. Right.
so we were at $2,814, and what we were trying to do was keep $30,000 in there.
Ah,
We were trying to keep that at 30,000.
I know,
No,
but
there's-
why the hell did it go deplete like that?
You'd have to look back through all the
I
road.
don't remember anything big, I don't anything.
I don't think there was a lot big. I think it was a bunch of small stuff.
Where is that?
This was what again?
It doesn't break it down by,
Equipment repair
Equipment
fund.
repairs, is
I'm
that what
trying to
it
find
comes
it. I didn't
under?
see it.
Equipment repair?
yeah, right here.
Where?
Equipment repair fund.
Oh, it's
Oh.
on.
Jesus.
It's a separate fund,
Well, we put 26,000 into it last year,
right?
trying to keep it at 30, then just put 28,000 in it, or 27.
Well, you had some repairs on your trucks though and stuff. It doesn't.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't take long. Stuff's equipment, so equipment is expensive.
Right.
And Mac's been having that issue with his DEF system, so
Mhm.
well, according to this one. The most recent one that she gave me, $2,814.
So we need to put in 2,000,
We need to
30, we need to put in 22,000 or 28,000, I mean?
28,000.
Josh, for the 26,000 you're trying. to
Yes,
get?
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So that would realistically only be up $2,000.
Yeah.
So 28,000.
That
So
would get it
28,000,
28,000, right, even, right?
yes.
Oh my God, last freaking sheet, I'm looking at.
Got the
Actually,
Brigham
but it was the
Library,
front sheet, that's the worst part.
Brigham Library, we've already done.
right?
1,500 left.
So we're
Now the
bringing,
town authorized surplus funds. There is no surplus funds this year, so 16 can be stricken.
Rich.
you said 28,000.
Correct. Surplus funds, so 17 can be stricken.
17 gone.
16 gone.
It's gonna be a good year. We're gonna have a lot of things.
18 stays the same.
Yeah.
Historical Society. I don't know where the hell their paper went.
The Historical Society asked for
They only
$5,000.
5,000.
They asked for
Right.
5,000 this year.
Yeah,
Cause I
they had
was,
money left.
because we didn't allow, remember, they're
Yeah.
restricted
Right,
because of the money we gave them.
right.
Yep.
So they're getting 5,000.
Shall the town authorize the sum of 500 to be paid
We added that in.
conservation
What was
commission
that?
for expenses?
One,
We actually put their,
We don't need that anymore.
No, because it's part of their budget now, right?
right, the 22.
They didn't ask for, they didn't ask for extra outside of what we put in the budget
they asked for 22,750. Which is,
total.
right,
So we don't
We
need
don't
this
need
one.
to put this.
Right.
in, Right?
Right, because they did talk about the kiosks and
Yeah.
the new post. We talked
Mhm.
about that. That was part of their request.
That's all this is big. The voters, the town banks authorized.
We started that already, right?
Fair fund for townwide reappraisal.
Yeah, that's,
That's what I was just
that
gonna.
one needs to be taken out.
Gone too, right?
Because we already set up the reserve fund, and we
Okay.
just voted, or we just said we we're putting the outside audit in the main budget.
Okay,
The town authorized
President,
remaining funds to be
clouds repair.
transferred from the grand list fund to the reappraisal.
So that already happened.
We didn't need that either.
We
right?
don't need that one. We do need number 23.
yep,
Appropriate 10,000.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Okay, so now we have some other ones that need to go in here though.
Now we're into 26.
this was a short town meeting. Hold on a minute.
That'd be important. Well, there's a lot of stuff here.
so if we just don't put any of these and say, due to the fact that our school budget's so high for our town residents, we've had to raise, we're not doing any outside funding.
You mean 26?
Huh?
You mean number 26?
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, ultimately, they can vote it down if they want.
No, talking big. and blue here.
All right,
A lot
so-
of the same.
Huh, four,
Yes.
tell me another 10.
Yes. Alright, just give me a minute, Tammy. So the first one that needs to be put in here, Tammy, number. Well, let's see here, we've fucking
A lot.
1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this would be number 15.
Oh,
Yeah, because I wanted before all these other stuff.
Actually, They got you.
Oh, I didn't.
Uh,
remember either.
Tammy, number 15. Shall the voters exempt Fairfield Fire District number 1 water and reservoir building from taxes under 32 VSA 3832 paragraph 1? I didn't expect you to catch that. Don't worry about it. For a period of 5 years, starting April 1st, 2024.
Oh,
The 5-year time limit is what is required by law. The first vote is for 10 years and then for 5 years after the first 10-year period.
So every 5 years we have to vote.
Every 5 years, we have to agree to this.
Gotcha.
So that needs to go in.
is that gonna
Did
be,
we
is that
already,
gonna be A?
we already
We have.
do it, right?
Yeah, this is
It's
the,
just doing it
Is
legally.
it on here anywhere? No?
no,
No, it's,
This is-
it's a new item because
Oh, cause we didn't.
Yeah.
So is that gonna be A under 20?
No.
no, it'll be just 15, a whole different article. Then this will be 16A.
I'm just gonna go carefully. Water, right?
all right.
Who the hell's
Did
you
you-
talking to out there?
Did you add that?
See that yet?
Fairfield Water District,
Sounds
right?
like Brian.
It is.
Give me your numbers.
All right.
You mean all the way down through?
Yep.
Freaking hell, dude.
Well, you want to
What do
deal
you
with
do?
$376,000.
I'll tell you in a minute.
You doing it too?
Yep.
Okay.
Probably gonna be cold.
Either I got a wrong number in there somewhere.
Let's hope you hit an extra zero.
I'm
I
on
hope you get
page,
an extra one.
I just turned to page 2, Lance, and I'm already at 190,000.
Yeah. The second page is 173,078.
There's 116,000 just in wages.
Right.
I mean, 88,000 in the fire contract, there's 200,000 right there.
But it's more than it was last year by a lot.
Oh, yeah.
By a law?
You didn't add in the library, did you? We took that, that's going on a line item, right?
That's cut out of there.
Where is it?
53,000.
Yeah, but
Got the state's 18.
Just want to make sure someone didn't make a note somewhere on the page.
no, I got that one scratched.
20, I'll tell you, I'm up to 206,000 so far,
It's already,
500.
Nothing's getting any cheaper is the problem.
no,
No, the one thing that we should be able to control a little more of, we have no control over.
Last park expense is 2,000. Page 2, midway down, park expense.
Which one?
park expense is 2,000
Thanks.
flat, yes.
Couldn't read that number I wrote.
That includes the electric, yep.
180. 100.
I hate it when they put stuff in that's already in there.
750.
I mean, legal expense is 15,000, right?
I think you drop that down to like 12.5, but it ain't gonna make much of a difference.
No, it isn't.
No.
The fuck bit of difference.
Can't enter more than 40 integers. Okay, equals plus.
And I haven't put in the, what's the last number?
5.
I think that's 2,000 telephone,
80,000.
yeah. 17,491.
Now, keep in mind, we have moved some stuff in there that were voted on before. Not a lot, but some.
Such as,
The BCC, we could put that back out here if you wanted to, but
no. That wasn't a lot.
it's 2,200. I mean,
It's
yeah,
not a
you're
lot.
right, it's not a lot, but
Plus 5,000 for external outside audit.
Three
I'm
of
up
them.
on 400,000.
Well, that's what I had first time.
$401,032.79. That's almost as much as the road budget. Want me to go again? Let me write this number down. I'll do one more.
Well,
You did take zoning legal out of there. Scratch that.
You know what? I may have added those two in.
no, I took it out.
Zoning, legal. I
Just
scratched
read
it
me
off.
your numbers.
I'll go again.
Let's do it this way, Josh.
All right,
Start the top.
500. 41,247.79. 2,275. 2,000. 2,000. 88,004. 5,000. 250.
What you call it? Yeah, we're all on the same-
15,250.
Yeah. That's the thing, right?
2,000. 13,000. 5,000.
Hi, Brian.
17,728. 250. 1,000. 1,500. 4,000. 1,750. That's the first page. 500. 5,000.
Don't forget.
this other 9,000.
Gonna kill us.
250. 250.
Place more than double.
500. 400.
Since it doubles us, like,
600.
buy a mobile trailer. Someone else buy a mobile.
$220. 3,000. 500. 1,000. 250. 6,000. 2,000. 180. 500. 650. 750. 750. 2,500. 500. 15,000. 600. 2,200. 2,000. 548. 31,000. 180. 500. 500. 250. 116,000. 5,000.
Yeah.
411,
832.79.
I'm gonna go pull my budget ballot thingy off up there.
At 411,833, so it's in that ballpark.
Yeah.
Round it, let's say
Yeah.
33, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
same
what
thing.
I'm- Yep.
So 412,000 basically.
alright, now we look at where we can make the cuts. Oh,
You're gonna cut 100,000. Right? Yeah.
What did we add?
so
We didn't really add
We can
much.
cut the legal expense to 10,000, a shared fund. Take it 5 out. What's the number I'm trying to get to?
Have we,
Brigham expense. What expenses do we have at the Brigham? We've had a couple
I
bad
don't
years.
know why that one got put at 5,000.
Well, because we had 2 years where we were at 5,000, but that was the years that we boarded everything up.
Yeah.
And replaced a bunch of shit.
So we said 500 instead of 5,000, maybe, would that be enough?
That would be, that brings us down 445.
No, it's, but I'm just saying.
That's
I agree with that, 500.
For what?
Brigham Academy expenses.
So
Minus 4,500.
We're bringing it to 500, you said?
Yep. Building expenses and repairs. Now, that was at 15,000. Cause that's what we budgeted last year, cause we planned on replacing the furnaces.
That's what
on
we
our-
budgeted last year, should still be in the account,
Well,
because we didn't spend it.
let's see here,
Well, let's see.
total budgeted,
Look at that.
Office expense, you said?
Not building
building
expense.
expenses.
Building.
How much do we have there?
We budgeted 15,000 because we were gonna replace the,
Yeah, but we budgeted it last year.
yeah, I know.
We
I-
set the money aside. We did not spend it. It should still be in the account.
Should
I
have
can
it to
see
show
building
in the account for
expenses on
building
here.
repairs, right?
So according to this. Somebody fire up a calculator real quick.
I'm not, you can use this one.
297,950. You got that in there?
You got it? Oh,
297,950. Hang on just a second. I'm not trying to be rude.
Nope. Go ahead.
ah,
You get too many.
Yeah, wait, till I-
Yeah.
297, 950.
Yeah.
That don't make any goddamn
Yeah,
sense.
what was the
Hang
number
on.
though?
$61,734.06.
According to this, we spent $2 million.
Okay,
Sorry, go ahead.
John just looked up the balance in the building, expense repair fund.
Yeah,
There's $61,700 in there.
So do we need to put anything in there?
let's put 500 just so we can say we
Same
contributed.
pot,
Yeah, we just saved ourselves.
All right,
Those are expenses.
minus. That would be 14,750.
Now we're under 400,000. We're getting there. Do we really need a zoning board guy? Cross him off, he costs too much.
Oh, I got it down, we're down in 392 right now. So you don't need it for another 2 years.
You know what? You should be paying us for the honor of being the zoning board administrator. You're gonna charge.
I spent my time on that.
What's the number we're trying to reach? Do we have a number?
What if we dropped our legal from 15 to 10?
Yeah, as I said, they get the.
What have we used for legal in the past?
We have. had-
I mean, we had that
Probably
fear because
6,000
of
last year,
under 6,
no, around 6.
around 6.
That was the one,
You did 10.
that was, right, the last thing. We're probably somewhere between 7,500 and 9,000.
Can I ask a question?
Let's live on the edge and
Yeah.
put 5 grand in.
Budgeted last year.
And let's go down in order, not jump around.
Yeah, but can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah,
We budgeted last year. That paper go. In a general expense. We budgeted 297,950. Correct?
Right.
Our general fund right now. Has $326,630 in it,
Huh?
general fund.
That's what we have left of that?
So that's what's gonna carry us through to October.
right.
Right.
That's more than we budgeted for the year
Last year.
by $30,000,
Okay.
which doesn't sound like a lot,
But it'll help.
but it'll help.
Oh.
So when you taking 30,000 off?
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
forget you took that furnace price out of there, so there's. Right.
We didn't.
Right, but it's in the fund. Right. What he's talking about. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, right, but we've also applied for a grant that's supposed to replace the furnaces. Now, I know,
Still waiting to hear back from them, but you still have to assess the buildings. But
Get rid of some out of that legal.
I say drop the legal fund to 10 grand.
you can do that.
That'll
I
save
say-
$5,000.
Where are you?
How much do you use the legal fees in council?
Well, we just spent over 6,000 last year and we still haven't gotten one set of bills from the lawyer.
Because we had an issue.
So
several.
minus 10,000.
We're dropping it 10 or?
We're dropping it 5,000.
Dropping five-
Cost us
So it'll be 10,000 in the fund,
legal.
Okay,
the legal fund. Anything left over, I'd like her to make a fund for it, so him, so anything left over can carry.
we're down to 380,
387, 583.
387, 582, yeah.
Drop legals to 5.
We
I think it's a
Drop what?
mistake, we've already spent.
It goes
more
to
than that
5.
this year.
spent that already.
Well, we know why though.
But we also know that there could be more.
From
The-
that,
The repercussions from that
It's
have not stopped coming, so,
Yeah, I say leave it
but
at
we
10.
still have some more to,
Yeah.
yeah.
that could happen on it.
Yeah.
Find some money. I mean, who really needs an ambulance contract? Let's get rid of it.
I hope so.
That's a joke.
Poor Brian doesn't even know about it.
What we doing, building expenses, we left that at 15, right?
Hmm?
No,
Will we break it down to the
500.
Dogs,
500?
we didn't get sued for that, no? Oh,
I mean, we're still 90,000 over last, is that right?
Yeah, but we
Yeah,
added,
we
we
really
added
don't know the
things in, that's the
13,000
problem.
The court tax, right?
I mean, we've rolled things into the general fund that wasn't in the general fund before. You gotta keep that in mind.
I do. The ambulance contract, but that was, we did that the year before, so that's already included.
Yeah, but I mean, you got the
We used to vote on that
BCC,
separately.
the BCC is 2,200. You got fireworks, which is another 4,000. If you want, you can pull the fireworks out and just say vote on it. I mean, it's already on there.
yeah,
I mean, it's only $4,000, but
Was it on this line?
Argue
Yeah.
that $4,000 like they're going to know.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Was it in the morning?
Which is.
Yes.
Yeah.
which is
one?
fine. Cause if they put it down, then guess what? There's
Yeah,
no
number
fireworks in
24.
town.
You wanna take the fire-
It's actually 5,000.
So we leave 24 in, change that to 4,000.
all right, we take that off of this
What are
one.
we changing, 4,000?
So we're putting 504 back on.
That's gonna be 15, 15 becomes 16 and so on and so forth.
Where the
Yeah,
hell?
24 stays and it's 4,000.
It'll be 15 and we're gonna make it 4,000.
I lost me now.
On the.
So we've gone to the actual warrant,
Okay,
So take
number 24.
number 24.
So under fireworks, we're gonna take it down. to
Oh,
nothing.
okay, you're gonna do the
We'll take
fireworks
it
and
off
bring it
from-
to 4,000?
We're gonna take-
You gotta take that off here.
What else do we strike out of here?
Alright, so
Fireworks,
4,000.
we'll take it out from.
I mean, if you want, there's the Bakersfield Conservation Committee. Not that, I mean, you're just making your budget look better. You're not actually
I take it.
changing
You
anything.
guys,
2275.
that make it 383, 583, Josh?
I'm not doing the math. 383, 582.
I got,
He's rounding.
I'm rounding up.
He's rounding.
That's 79 cents.
That's 79 cents equals $1 down here.
drop down, $200 odd dollars.
Who?
I was at 383, 750.
I'm at 383, 582, 583. That so isn't,
I
That
took
was good, the
Some
4,000
of these,
reduction.
there's nothing to change.
112,000.
Can't change the ambulance.
Started at 4.
no, we can't.
You can't change the
The
fire
big-
department
can't
contract,
change the fire contract.
and you can't change dispatch.
Nope.
No,
Those are three of our big.
Your
elements.
ambulance, you can't change.
and we used to vote those off before.
You want to start firing people? Yeah. Almost. Oh, let's see here.
$1,000.
So how
We take it back down to a 3-member board, we can save 2,000.
There you go. I like that.
Clerk
I get my
salary.
position.
Volunteer, you're.
You know, we put in another 12.
Here's where you guys screwed up.
Where did we screw up?
Right here, clerk's fees, $12,000. That comes out of there.
Oh, that's right.
Where? No, I didn't put that.
Yes, you did.
Where?
And delinquent tax collector, $10,000 comes out of there. We don't budget for those two.
Where's that?
There's no
Yeah.
$22,000 right there
Where's that
Where the
coming out?
hell's
out
that?
of the clerk out here. Yeah.
Up
no,
there,
we're doing,
wages.
You don't, they're not something we don't budget for.
Take it off down on this sheet.
Comes out of the wages.
Comes out of your wages.
That's gonna drop you by almost $20,000 right there.
Half the wages?
Plus the other,
Sure.
you have, yeah,
That's what she said. She.
Yeah.
you're paid.
Oh,
If I come
We
in.
do have to use that number. So just so you know, the FICA number is correct. The FICA number at 9,000 is correct. The
Yes,
budget number is wrong.
right.
So 116 is gonna get less,
It's gonna be.
20,000,
And the
right?
whole thing you gotta do different.
Right, what you saying?
You're not gonna give 3% on that either.
That's right.
Right, that's what I'm saying, is you gotta start that whole thing over.
You're gonna start it over.
So 102 minus
All right.
18,000
Pick up the 116, you figure out what it is.
minus
Find that sheet.
14,960 minus
It's up here
10,006
Here's my history,
minus
right? We started at
12,000.
412, right?
320
I'm not gonna say that,
equals
200 bucks right now.
So it's not in our budget.
So I started at 412, I started with selling for 41.
1.0.
Started at, yeah, 411 something.
Oh, that's gonna,
That's
yeah,
our differences, cause I.
so 40.
Okay, yep.
796.12
Let's get.
plus 28,000.
Hmm?
47 plus 28, yeah, that's right.
So 75, what you're coming up with?
Yep,
That's how much
plus
in fees?
16.
That's how much she collects in fees, yeah.
That's a lot. Gee.
There we go. So the total budget for
Wages,
wages
yep,
would be 92,500,
yeah.
not 100
16.
But we had to put 116 for FICA or no?
Yeah.
Yeah,
980,
right, yes.
The FICA.
So that's a difference.
Somebody double check my wages, please.
So that would make it 360,083.
Oh, what was the new number?
10,795.
92.5.
We're down to 360,083.
You double checking that?
I'm
John?
doing it right now.
Okay, thank you.
875.
That's what I was looking.
Works.
360. What'd you say? 360? 083?
Actually, we can strike another 750 off that, because the caretaker for Cook Brook Cemetery, that ain't coming out of us.
That's right.
Where's that?
That's the cemetery commission's job.
So minus 750.
Well, you met, yeah, minus, call it 800.
You have it on here?
No, call it
Have it
750.
in Here, did I?
Make up my mind, goddamn you.
Let's just go to 92,000. Let's just drop 500 just to be on the safe side.
Yep.
You dropped 500, that was this, okay.
Out of
So I'm
wages.
skipping that. This is skip.
So we're about 360 now.
359,
Skipping clerk fees.
583, yep. That sound right?
The problem is,
3.
ballot clerks, so the problem is we budgeted 2 different spots for ballot clerks. Cause it's in 7 different fucking spots.
Yeah.
So we budgeted $2,000 for ballot clerks.
Yeah.
Last year we only spent 1,000. So that
Yeah.
can't go into expenses when it's actually fucking payroll.
Right.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay, so we can take 2,000 off.
You take 2,000, but you gotta add 2,000 to your
Payroll.
Should be already in the wages
payroll.
or payroll, I mean.
It's not.
16.7's what
It's
the
not in
listers
there?
were without the FICA, right?
I'm so confused.
So the ballot clerks should not be in expenses. They should be in payroll, or they. Just gonna take that out of there.
60 plus
Don, did you get that change?
30. You want to add 2,000 for the ballot clerks.
Correct, sir.
Got it.
I mean, it's a wash, right? It's still the same.
You're just doing 94.5 for payroll then, right?
Plus 2,000.
Right?
47, 635. You want me to add the 3%?
Be across
For
the board
how
for
much?
everybody. either
I
3%
just
3%
removing the
back.
clerks and all that.
Yeah,
47,635.75.
okay, with the corrections I've made, that sounds right.
Right now I'm gonna add 3%.
Yep,
No, because you're not gonna give everybody 3% that's on, that's here. You're not gonna give ballot clerks 3%. You know,
no, you've budgeted a straight 2,000 for that. Well, no,
I can take the 2,000 out.
yeah, but if we budget 3%,
It's better to be a little over, right?
yeah,
In case there's.
I'd rather be over by 1.5%.
I'm just
than
saying,
under
you're
by.
not gonna give those.
We got 2 of them.
Plus 3%. So I'm looking at,
Don't forget to add your treasurer and your listers.
Mike,
I will,
did you see poor Biden tonight?
If I had to guess, you're gonna come in about $100 less than that.
Looks like it's
all
not.
right, give me a second.
Oh, it's almost comical now.
It's
First time I've seen a present where they aren't right around it,
Why do you do the
you know?
tunnels on
Yeah.
the road? Because we've forgotten 20,000.
For what?
State's gonna pay us 20,000, we're gonna come up 20,000 short. Because the state gives us 20,000 towards the roads.
Right. So we're not gonna come up 20,000 short, we should be 20,000 over.
No, because we haven't accounted for it anywhere.
So I'm not adding
You
in.
have to pay it out?
No.
I'm not adding.
It's coming in,
It's coming in.
so we should be up.
Huh?
That's a receipt, not an expense.
It's weird.
93, yeah, yep. No,
First time I've seen the present
I got 92.5.
and not have people
2000.
like.
Yep, oh, my bad, yep,
94,
94,
that's salaries.
94 on salaries, not 116.
Still have to use the,
Now for
still
FICA,
have to use the 116 for FICA.
Yes, absolutely.
well, yes and no, because did we add 3% to Kathy's delinquent tax and fees?
Yes, we have to, no, we have to. Look,
Wow, it's not
right,
salary.
yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I thought she gets that from.
We have to pay that.
God damn it,
FICA.
right here,
Okay,
right here, this is what we were just said. Don't budget for, but figure in FICA and Medicare.
right, but we added 3% to that number. If we just add in hers and then do the 7.65, that'll give us a new FICA number.
No, well, it depends on if the 3% goes up or not.
She gets that
You're gonna
money from
have
her
to-
collection.
Right, but what percent does she get in? Is she gonna be 3% higher than she was?
We gotta figure 3% on 118,000 now, actually, because we have the ballot clerks and.
No,
No, no, no,
no,
no.
because they were already in there at 90 or 9,000. Or 900. sorry.
900.
Yeah, we just
So we
added
gotta add-
2,000. So just leave it at 9,000 and call it a day.
Yeah, I agree, yeah. Cause you had the 3% for all the other stuff.
Right.
So I say leave that where it is.
So we have
Yeah.
9,400 in salaries plus
94,000, but
4,000. I cut, everyone's losing a ton. You're getting 10% of your pay. Including us. Look, we cut it across the board. It's like, yeah,
everybody's down.
everybody. It's a rough.
Well, we can save about $6,000 if we just do our work for free.
True.
Well,
Did I re up?
361.
No, no,
That's where I recall.
Now I'm like, what?
Yeah.
We flipped it about 360, yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
fair.
got
Fairfield don't get
36108.
both.
I never knew it. I'm like, okay, they're like, hey.
I didn't know. That's why I tried.
Yes, they do.
I got about 360,000.
I asked Linda Hodet, that's the town clerk down there.
Yeah, that's, yeah, exactly.
Those fees offset her salary,
All right. So,
not for tax collector.
so hang on, I think
Tax
Yep.
collector's different. They'll do.
Okay, so anybody cover that up again?
you gotta take 22K off for
That
salary.
was their job down there. We did the road.
You wanna rerun the numbers
I
again?
tried to and I got lost in the mess.
We can try this again.
All right, hang on a minute.
How many calculators do we want going?
Just
Yeah, you read them out, we'll add.
Yeah,
I have
Yeah.
to figure, I'll wait and see if you match it. How's it?
Yeah. $500. $41,247.79. 2,275. 2,000. $88,004.
Wait, I had 2,000s.
Yeah, that one of those was a ballot clerks and we just decided those were gonna be paid out of the.
All right.
Telling you, boy,
You're gonna.
$500. 250. 500. 2,000. 13,000. 5,000. 17,728. 250. 1,000. 1,500. 1,750. 500. 5,000. 9,000. 250. 250. 500. 400. 600. 220.
220?
Yes, sir. 3,000. 500. 1,000. 250. 6,000. 2,000. 180. 500. 650. 750. 750. 2,500. 500. 10,000. 600. 2,200. 2,000. 548. 17,491. 13,369. 180. 500. 500. 250. 94,000.
90, what?
94,000.
5,000, right?
What was that one for?
That's the
5,000.
salary, 94
Oh, yep, right.
plus 5,000,
5,000.
This is together, the 30,000.
Yeah.
359, 44279.
That's what I got.
Say it again.
359,359,442.79. That is the
But that
number.
doesn't include QuickBooks. 'Cause you don't.
That does not include QuickBooks. We're still trying to find that. So just to be safe, we probably look at a couple thousand, 5,000. for QuickBooks.
It's not good.
But you get fixed contracts that are going up.
Oh, yeah, everything keeps going up. That's the problem. QuickBooks last year was 1,100. Who put 2,500 in there? What are the chances of being over
I
that?
don't think it would be.
I don't know.
2,500?
Yeah,
Put in what you want. We'll figure it out when I make the phone call.
Rather be over than under, right?
So 361.
362,
Yeah.
round it up.
That was 62,000 we're up. Or, no, you just put in another 2,000?
we're up 60.
63.
$362,000.
362 even, right?
Yep.
How much we up?
Well, we're up 3 plus 62, 65,000, almost 66,000.
I'm trying to think how much.
Right.
That's what it sounds.
2,000. Right?
You went up
Or
roughly
50, that's
1,500 on the
we're
on the dispatch.
$64,050.
fire department went up.
64,050. 050.
2,000.
Divided by
We got
362.
7,000 probably in contracts that are not.
We're up 18%.
Those contracts jumped on some of these though.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that damn fire department. Good God.
Well, I mean,
That was only 5.
between fire, no, but I'm saying fire, rescue and dispatch.
And
We're looking at about
dispatch.
6,500 to 7,000 right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dispatch is.
So is that,
It's gonna be a 36% increase on property taxes this year.
Is there? I
Well,
don't,
with what year,
right now,
State right now is saying on the average across the state, property taxes will go up 18%.
18%.
18%,
If your budget is going up 18%.
right, it's 36%.
36%.
Their property taxes go up 36%.
And that's not-
Gonna kill your delinquent tax base?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that also, that doesn't include what the school is going
I'm
up.
saying, and you said on
The school's
$1.15.
It's $1.15 on 100.
I'm gonna tell you, I just got my insurance for my house. My insurance bill went up 50% because quote unquote, we have to help pay for the houses that were flooded in Vermont, the cost. I'm like, I don't live in a socialist
I
world.
don't think there's anything in your job that we went extravagant on.
I don't think so.
believe so, I think.
I don't
think
believe
we're
so
pretty
either.
conservative.
I mean. No,
Well, the things that we can control are nothing.
Right,
It's all the stuff that we have no control over
Terry's right.
is the thing.
Tell that to the townspeople.
I know. But your heating fuel, that's gone up.
And that's a guess right now. We were thinking it wasn't gonna go up too much. Now they're saying, cause they gotta go around the whole of Africa, it's gonna be more expensive. It's gonna
Right.
rise faster.
I just bought some, I think it was $3.59.
Yeah,
Yeah, tank up now.
Yeah.
Top her off.
right. I'm just looking down through. There's
Lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot to cut.
no.
What's this membership dues?
Yeah, I saw that for 3,000. I had no
That's
idea.
our VTE VLC.
Oh, you.
All right.
Yeah,
Everybody's a member, because you have to be,
like a union, it's like a union fee,
is basically.
basically, yeah.
We get more than that out of them.
Yeah.
We answer a lot of questions for
Yeah.
us.
If we had to hire a lawyer to do,
You doubled your.
what we get for,
That's when,
Yeah.
You went from 3 to 6.
Why is that?
Well, just what you spent. Not what we budgeted,
No, I'm saying that, right,
We spent for almost about 4,000.
yeah.
yeah,
But
and we went to 6. But I mean, that's,
what's the office expenses?
it'd be easier to figure if we were on the
Post-
next year's budget, because we'd know exactly what we got left. And
right,
we could say, oh, we can knock 50 grand off that because we got a surplus, but
right.
we can't do that right
Don't know
now.
that.
Terry, I asked the exact same question a couple minutes ago, like we went up $1,200 in office expense. What is that increase for?
We didn't go up, it's exactly the same.
I show that we spent.
No, that's your expenditures, not your budgeted amount.
Right, well, I'm just saying, we spent 3,800, do we?
I mean, if you wanna compare apples to apples, you gotta go down through this list
Yeah,
and compare it to what we budgeted.
and I don't think we
Right.
budgeted a lot above, did we, Ralph? So
No.
we can see.
Well, we spent 3,800, we budgeted 6,000.
Right. I'm just
Right, I
saying,
mean, you could
we
take it down to
spent
5,000, but
Yeah, that'll.
what the hell does that really do?
I don't know what the office expense is, toilet paper and paper?
No, I'm saying like, what does that do? To a 300 and
Nothing,
nothing,
no, but
like 1/3%.
here's my question, if we have all this extra money sitting out there, cause we didn't use it all last year, where is it? I mean, I know we had 363 to the end, but.
Actually, if you look,
Go ahead.
we budgeted 200, still don't get that.
Didn't we
That's-
get paid something by the state that we got
Not-
paid earlier than we planned on getting paid?
Yeah, that was right.
Money?
Yeah,
That
we
was
were paying
roads.
money ahead of time for it.
Because that's.
Right.
It
Is
helps.
that in that
If
money?
postage is in there, cause we got a line item for postage.
We actually, if you look at what we budgeted versus what we paid, it says that we're under 260.
No, we overspent 200.
That's what I mean, we're under, we don't, no, we didn't, okay. We overspent, but our fund is a negative
Right,
263,000.
but if you look at it right here, at the direct tax. That's where it is.
Right.
What's this public announce,
pages?
That's for
the public announce system?
That's for the system here. for
Oh,
me.
this stuff?
No, the
No,
guy to come in and.
that's for town meeting day and the 4th of July, all this sound equipment. This stuff is bought lock, stock and barrel. Huh?
Yeah, we could wipe it out and not have a PA system at all. It wouldn't make a shit bit of difference in the end result.
Money for what?
Well, yeah, according to this, we didn't spend it there, but. That's not true because they were here and we paid them.
Right,
true.
they
So-
were, these documents need to get better. We need a single, clean document that actually records what we do.
Instead of 4.
full documents, we have stuff that say that we have no budgets, we didn't spend any money in things when we know we did.
Hard to follow it.
It's,
Yeah.
this was truly a headache of a process this time. Not that it hasn't been before, I'm sure, but I don't remember last year.
And I don't understand why the direct tax is rolled into this just to make it more complicated.
It's something we have to pay, but we,
Well, right, but it's based off the anticipation of our taxes.
correct,
So we don't budget for it. So why is it?
we didn't budget for it.
We can't. Right.
Right.
I mean, the direct tax was.
I mean, it's information.
$1.8 million.
It's in there as information only.
Right, but what I'm saying is that shows us a default of $161,000. So you take that, you come over here,
Now you're at
now you're at 100,000. Then you come back over here and you go to direct tax from the previous year. 104,000.
Hmm.
That's not something you could budget for either. So if you take those two numbers out of there. You're even.
pretty
And
much.
then, I mean, there's other spots in here that we budgeted for stuff that. Didn't get taken out of the right spots and.
That's why we need a better set.
This
We need to sit down and work with our,
To get voted in on here.
No,
what's that there?
This isn't even counting
all your luck.
all this single line item stuff added into your
No, it
tax.
isn't.
Right. Shall.
But they will,
Way above 18% once you get these in there.
but they'll sit right there and they'll pass every one of them.
All right, so is that it, Josh?
But they'll wanna cut the road budget
Uh-huh.
and then
They complain about.
reserve the right to bitch about it later.
60,000 between paving and all that you've got to add, out of here, if you think. about it. Like you say, they're gonna cut that, because they're gonna say, the geez, we're already up. Right?
So,
I mean, the only other thing we can do is cut our raises back, but what are you gonna cut them back to? You're not gonna save that much in doing it.
No.
No,
All right, so going back to this,
Well, do we need the bridge fund? Do we need the? What happens?
what happens if one of the bridges collapses
Right.
and we've gotta fix it?
Now you gotta pay it out of pocket.
so do we have the
'cause
funds
we
we
have
had
nothing
last year?
in the
Did we
bridge
use the 10
fund.
grand last year?
from
It's
working
on the
with,
front page
Gary,
here.
just put this in perspective. From working with replacing the bridge down at Goat Path,
We have
Uh-huh.
okay,
just under 90,000.
it costs us $90,000 just to take it out.
Mhm.
And then it costs us $600,000 to replace it. Our bridge fund is only enough to cover matching grants.
Mhm.
It isn't enough to pay for a bridge.
Right,
No.
right. I didn't know if we had enough in here to let it ride a year, but.
What was the balance?
There it is, right here.
You got
Bridge fund?
86,000.
You got 86,000 right there.
You're one bridge down at Penny's Mill.
That's
You're
gonna
gonna
be-
replace that
Yeah.
one of these years.
Yep,
Now,
and that
that's gonna be
86,000
expensive.
might cover our match.
Right.
We put that off
How
way
many?
back when I was in. we put
Right.
the bridge off.
Yep.
So.
Can we already have somebody come talk to us about that?
And so this, you know,
You have 44,000 in your paving.
The one on Witch Cat Road isn't in great shape.
Yeah, there's the one on,
Mhm.
Well, two
just
houses,
over
but
here.
one of them has how many tenants? So it's even more,
Oh, you're
Traffic.
talking about Trowbridge?
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
oh,
over
I was,
vendors.
I was.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, well, there's Fenders and there's Trowbridge and
Yep.
there's one on Witch Cat. They're all
Tammy.
in poor shape.
So
Uh,
Maple Grove Cemetery,
Josh, on this, what would be 17?
so yeah,
Or
17.
17, right? At one point, I thought there was at one of the town meetings, there was some discussion about putting a total. And they would either vote the total in instead of having, or last year, did somebody stand up or something and say, let's just vote it? Like you said, instead of arguing over it, they just voted it all through as one.
These here,
Yeah.
these usually fly through.
Yeah.
They don't bad diet those.
Right.
The other one we have to add here though. Tammy, I'm not sure what number we're at.
That's okay.
Shall the town vote to exempt Bakersfield Volunteer Fire Department for property taxes.
Hell no,
So the only two I have that are added in is the fire department.
You're gonna pay it.
hell no.
Requesting fire district number one, those are the only two added in.
So then
Yes, this one and the,
Fairfield one
yeah.
and the
16,
Bakersfield
so
one.
17 would be Bakersfield.
yeah,
Another one that's gonna ask for tax exempt status is the water station for Fairfield.
they already
They
did.
already did, that's one of them.
That's.
That's-
I thought that-
But that's not very much money,
It's
is it?
50
This,
No,
No,
I think I saw.
on here,
We have to, it has to be voted
Right,
on every so many years.
five, every five.
so that makes,
The first contract went to 10 and now it's every 5.
So,
That fire.
Plus,
It's not the same thing.
no,
no,
that's Fairfield Fire District.
right. And then Bakersfield Volunteer Fire Department, or Bakersfield. Fire
if I
District,
could,
which is it?
Now BFA sends the bus,
How much is it, Todd?
so they don't pay you that.
Property taxes on the fire station.
No,
What's that?
I don't even know, 'cause we don't pay, we've never paid them.
Yeah,
I
it's
gave it
already
to you.
done.
Yeah, Nikita.
I just gave you a copy of it.
So-
No, that's the one that,
Fairfield Fire.
that's the one, yeah, I know you have it.
Fire district, I mean, or water district.
It's
but-
Fairfield Fire District number one, not us.
And us, the one right there in front of you is us.
Oh, that's the
Bakersfield.
fire department.
the Bakersfield Fire Department,
Yeah. we got-
You're gonna drive me to drinking lady.
that's the one that's being added
Now
tonight.
18 being the one with the multiples in it.
There's two of them.
So one's for water,
Yeah,
and this is for fire department.
yes.
Yeah,
Not fire water.
No,
The one from Fairfield
I need some fire water.
Fire.
was the fire district.
There's only two. You're telling me there's only two?
Yes.
There's only two. Okay.
yes,
That's what I want to hear.
one's for
Sure.
Fairfield's watershed on top of the hill. Yeah, one's for-
Yeah. Like, I know.
So 18,
Yeah,
18,
Maple Grove Cemetery,
Yes,
$15,000.
yes.
They have 41,000, almost $42,000 in a bank fund.
Talk to the taxpayers.
Well, I'm just asking, there's anyone come forward?
about this many years,
Huh?
because they got tons of money in there, but they.
Yes,
keep
they asked
asking
for 15.
more.
The cemetery commission or Maple, okay.
Maple Grove is also working on,
Right.
that's also
I
money,
was thinking Cook, right,
that's also money for 2025.
it's still a lot of
Still a lot of
$41,000.
money.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just pointing out that $15,000 is a request for
Somebody from the board has to
2025.
ask to lower that.
ready to list the individuals.
Uh-huh.
We're ready to list these individuals under number 18.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. So,
Well, there's two lots of them right now.
When do you have to have this done by?
Hmm?
Who's that?
Monday.
1 second.
Stacy and,
Oh, that's right.
and,
Yeah, Yeah, you're right.
Lots of which are two different things, there's not much we can do.
So that she can give you the warning to sign. She won't take up the warning on
Right,
the 22nd.
Right, right.
So that Monday night, you
We can
sign
sign
the
it,
warning,
right.
not complete it.
Oh, when would you
Right.
like us to meet? To finish?
It's up to you.
It's like, every time we schedule a meeting, we can't get 3 of us in the room,
That's up to you guys.
you know?
I'm open. You name it.
Monday night.
Hmm?
Yeah, but
She
we have
needed-
to sign it Monday night, is what she's saying. We still have things to figure out.
She wanted everything by
Yeah.
the 20th. to be
We,
able
we
to-
can't finish this Monday night.
We have to finish this before Monday night.
Right.
No, I know.
That's why I think we should start this in November.
Who said that every year?
November.
Every year.
Listen, it's too late. to
Well,
break the-
Next
if you wanna sit over here, sit over there. You go right ahead and push me out there, I'll sign you.
No.
Hey, God. What's currently there and just change the amount.
I'm just gonna look at
And then we
this.
can add any additionals.
That is this.
Yeah,
Is this the request list on the back?
Yeah, and we're gonna look at the ones that are here. I don't know why I keep.
Like-
It's Bakersfield
How are we
Company.
doing on Kathy's?
this
list
list
there?
is
You've got
usually
that.
pretty good about.
This one?
List?
Yeah.
November.
Money for roads that state aid. I don't know what that means.
Voting for roads, but.
So just when we figure out a total, it's gonna be off by a fair chunk and,
Because they've already given us money.
Right, that's the money I was taught, yeah, they've already given us our state aids.
no, they've only given us the first two
Payment.
quarters.
Right.
Yeah.
There's
But,
4 payments.
but if we're not figuring that into our budget, then it won't matter.
No,
But we don't figure state aid into our budget, so
We
it
have-
doesn't matter.
We have before.
Have we?
Yeah, because we figured, so like last year, for example, we budgeted
400,000.
400,000. We probably came in at around 420.
we did, we came over more. Over
Yeah, it was like 425, 430.
Yeah.
And what we said was, we know we're getting $80,000 in state aid minimum. So we can cut that back by
We
20,000.
can't do that.
We can,
I would
we just have to know that we've already received 20,
say, yeah.
so that the money that's in this right here, this road commission,
Mhm.
this 285,000 is actually 265,000.
Right,
Correct.
Right.
That's how you have to look at that,
Mhm.
Correct.
okay? So could we? Yes, we could easily look at this and say, we're at 465,
Right,
we could budget 440.
and be covered.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's taking it back another,
I hear it started up.
I was gonna say, I was sweating like crazy here a minute ago.
It's cold.
Put a hat on.
For sure.
I have a shirt on. What's
That's
on?
That's the point I was trying to make. That's the point I was trying to make.
Well,
So we could still do that. We could take this to 450.
We need to,
Without 'em.
Okay,
we need to.
Take the budget down to 450.
for the road work,
Yeah.
what was it at? 460.
465.
15, right,
Yeah,
fine.
road work here.
What are we doing now? Four,
Budget.
down to 450?
Yep,
I mean,
that's still,
we're not screwing with FEMA. We're gonna get some more FEMA money that goes into, it goes into, the road account. There's another 16,000, somewhere around there coming in from FEMA.
Okay,
That is to replenish,
what we spent.
what we spent. So technically, we could take that down a little more if you wanted to.
Tammy,
Just leave it
for, a meeting
so?
on the agenda for every meeting from here until we do it.
It's all guessing.
Set a date for an informational meeting,
That's what I'm saying.
10 days prior to vote.
I mean.
That doesn't have to be decided tonight.
Cost of your
Coming
auditing.
from the state,
The outside.
another 50 coming from
8 something?
FEMA.
No, it was more than that.
We're
Sorry.
expecting 20 grand from the state.
No.
We don't know if it's.
All right.
No,
No, we're expecting.
We will get that.
Let's get this
Of
budget.
course, we don't even know if we
We're
can
getting
find anyone to
15
do
from
it.
FEMA and.
The outside audit?
State of Vermont still-
Yeah, that we're okay with.
We did find someone?
Yeah, it's already been done, hasn't it?
Say, all right, we can relax. and
All right.
find out.
I'm not in credit, we can go right
Next year.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
the way they.
Fund money's-
At the rate.
I'd rather-
2028, they're taking the payers.
That's still 2028.
I'll be surprised if we still get to the-
Yeah. Every 5 years.
We're doing that in our own
All
budget.
right, here we go.
26.
That's 5,000 we put into the budget.
I mean, if you really wanted to, you could say 55 and
We brought it
15.
Into our general.
It's right
fund.
here.
Right? No, we
There's
took it
60
off.
and another 20. We could drop
Yeah,
to $80,000 if we could count on that.
Yeah,
money
because we
coming
put it in.
Right, so that's
We put it
fine.
in,
At least
Go back
put it in
down
the
to
budget, right?
385.
Oh, at the bottom.
At the
Yeah,
bottom,
right here,
yeah.
audit,
Right,
5,000.
right. So, yeah.
Should we take it out?
Don't dare.
If you have to have it.
In a different place, I'm just saying.
That's what I need.
So that everybody's on the same page. Todd just pointed out, there's another 5,000 we put in the general fund for the outside audit.
Right.
What we need to do is we just need to make sure that we have all the stuff that we've rolled into the
Right.
general account
Right.
that is non-negotiable when we have our informational meeting.
Right,
Right.
They're
right.
gonna be the biggest line item.
That's those biggest line items on everything, yeah.
Yeah,
I was just discussing with John.
Let's folks, so let's get rolling.
I'm gonna bring this up.
Out of here.
I'm gonna bring this up,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna suggest that we don't. FEMA still owes us $15,000.
Yep.
The state of Vermont still owes us $55,000.
Yep.
The state of Vermont also owes us $20,000 for road assistance, okay? That's what, $65,000? We could take that off the budget, but I don't dare because the way FEMA and the state have been paying.
They may not pay that for 3 years. I mean, you don't know.
I mean, at some point, when we get it, we can say, all right, we'll bookmark this, and we'll take 60 grand off next year.
That's what I was just gonna say. That's what you do. You're surplus at that point. If you.
Yeah, I said two.
All right,
I agree.
I just want everybody to be aware.
All right, go for it.
All right.
Josh, your jacket's on.
Yeah, it has been. I got hot.
Go for it.
I must be sitting over
Go
at
for
that
it.
or
You're doing
something.
good.
All right. Franklin
might
County
not
Field
have a
Days.
point in your life, but you've passed that stage.
Franklin County Field Days is asking for the sum of $5,000.
They were not on last year.
They were not on last year's. This is the one that
I know
Paul was just talking about.
it's a hard no for me, but that's just.
I agree. This is
They
not
make a
you.
lot of
This is not the
freaking
year
money.
I
They
really-
make a lot of money off Franklin
Yeah.
County Field Days. Off season, say nothing about
Yeah.
during the season.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
I
to
just,
ask taxpayers,
I,
I'm a hard no, and I'm so.
we have the option of
It's
not
not that-
putting this out. Well, you can say no.
that's,
It's been a courtesy to the townspeople, this list of
yeah, we
stuff.
could, I
Yes.
don't have to put any of it out there. You're
I
right.
absolutely support the ag, but
Yep.
support it by going.
I will put it to a vote. Those in favor signify, in favor of it being on the ballot signify by saying aye. Those opposed to it being on the ballots, say nay.
Right.
Okay.
That's the
Franklin
Franklin.
No,
County
you can't have a list because we're gonna make the list right now. You have to watch the video.
It's Franklin.
You're gonna have to listen. Here, I will hand it to you.
It's two.
Oh, it's not on the list.
No,
That's why we just voted nay.
Right. We're not putting it.
And it's not gonna be on the list.
Right, that's, no.
We are going through. Franklin County Senior Center, is it on the list?
senior center where?
How much?
St. Albans, messenger sheet, St. Albans.
What do they want?
No, it's not,
Would like to ask for $1,000 or more if
no,
possible.
it's not on the list currently.
Wasn't that under home health? No, I guess that wasn't.
Yeah.
No, home health is a different thing.
No. We have a seniors, we have Fairfield
Yeah,
that they go
Fairfield.
to.
Community Center,
I didn't.
Counseling.
What are they asking for?
$1,000.
or more.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
I'd say no.
I need some more water.
We can't.
Those in favor of Franklin County Senior Center for $1,000 going on the ballot, signify by saying aye. Those opposed, nay.
Nah.
Okay. Franklin County Industrial Court.
Jesus,
$200 last time.
Franklin County and
What is this?
how much? C, item C.
Oh, the industrial, Timmy Smith,
Yeah, they do help us with
they do, and they only ask for, they don't, they wasn't very big ever.
200 last year.
Yeah.
How much they ask you for, Jeff?
Yep.
I don't see the number.
I wish it was Alaska.
I hear you.
Either-
That's it. Where are you getting the water from? The bathroom?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's town water.
The best water in Franklin County, Bakersfield.
Is it?
Yes,
My
it
hair
is.
fell out. No, I'm teasing.
Oh, it really is.
I had well water.
Franklin County Home Health.
Wait a minute, what happened with industrial development? How
I
much
couldn't
was,
find the number.
Curious looking right now.
so we. Right,
Franklin County Industrial Development Corporation was established.
so we just do 200,
Berkshire Shores.
match last year's?
I'll tell you what, Franklin County Industrial Development Corp gave us $10,000 toward the friggin' project.
Right.
4,000.
200,
In addition to the Pilly Bucket,
they asked for
we've
last year.
also been busy and.
It's a cheap price to pay.
We're trying to figure out how much. I threw an amount out just to get the ball going, which is a match of last year's.
This is just saying what they did.
Yeah,
Doesn't tell them.
Is there
they're not
another-
requesting-
I wonder if there's another piece to this.
Great. Hey Tammy, call them and see if they're asking for money.
Let's just put it down for the
I
two
think the
hundred.
200, I would
Yeah.
leave it at that.
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, hang on here. Yeah, it is 200.
Industrial.
We've got 3 different pages.
Okay, I was gonna say,
All those in favor of Baker County Industrial Board for $200, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so that is sub item 26C.
18.
Well, son of a gun. I'm getting more and more.
yeah, I can see it. It's because it's nighttime.
Yep. Home health asking for the same amount, that is A.
Home health,
Franklin County Home Health asking for $2,776. Same thing they asked for last year.
what does it go for?
I, as
I mean,
congested as I am right now, I'm not reading that again.
Excuse me, when I was sick,
They come and help.
they came to the house and did, so I didn't have to travel.
Right.
They took blood
It's
samples.
the nurses.
No, I know what they do. My mother had it too,
Oh.
but her insurance paid for it. That's why I'm wondering why this?
Did they send a blurb?
Yeah, she's reading it.
Oh, she's reading it. Okay.
Oh, so it's for people that don't have sources.
insurance. People that don't have.
There's,
insurance.
there's quite a few of those.
Yep, there's a lot
It's
more.
that socialist thing I was talking about again.
Yep.
It
I mean,
is.
it's a great program. I'm not knocking the program.
In favor of keeping it the same as last year, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I like to lower it.
Okay, lower it.
I like to say like 2,000. We're still helping and it's taking a little bit off the burden of the town.
Okay, so make the
We
motion.
had both.
$225. I mean, 776. Sorry.
I mean, we gotta, I'm just saying. I make a motion, we lower it to $2,000. Keep it on, just lower the price.
You just voted them.
Huh?
So
We already
resend.
voted.
you gotta
Resend the vote.
Well, I'm just, well, it's 4-1. Go ahead. It's can stay. I mean, obviously I gotta.
Yeah, this is good.
You
point.
outvoted.
No, no, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
All those opposed?
I said I oppose.
Okay. 4-1.
I actually said nay, was what I originally.
That's what I was. Can you hand that one to Tammy?
Okay.
All the ones that get passed, they're going to Tammy.
they're not gonna take care of it.
American Red Cross, sum of $500, same as last year, Article F. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that one to Tammy.
I mean, we're not voting yes or no on the.
We're just going to put it on
We're
there.
just voting, put it to have it on the.
I'm not disagreeing. Go ahead. No, it's-
Northwest Solid Waste Management District,
15.760.
What's that for?
1655.
Our garbage.
Northwest Solid Waste District, Article B. That would go up to 1655. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Wait,
Aye.
increase for.
Pretty sure assessments are due.
It's on a per capita basis.
Yeah, $1.30,
Based on-
$1.30 per
I'll say
capita.
aye then.
Aye.
1655, you said?
1,655. Hand that one to Tammy, please.
5-0 thoughts?
That was. Northwest Regional Planning Commission, another one done per person. Has gone up from 1477 to 1521.
Bill said they use them.
They do.
1521.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Just going down through, it was handwritten, but I'm sure Paul will get us the actual invoice for the Missisquoi River Basin Association for $600, same as last year. I can speak to it a little bit if anybody wants, but they do a really good job keeping the waterways clean and, yep. So all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Alright. Oh, here's the rest of the report on the Northwest Regional.
Northwest Regional.
They do a lot. I don't mean,
Rural fire protection
hey, they came up and did our traffic study
You
for
want
free
$100?
twice.
requesting to include $100.
They do the dry hydrant
Over the years.
The fire department.
Alright, $100 for Vermont Rural Fire Department Task Force, aye.
Aye.
No, section I. But yeah,
Yeah.
all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Yeah,
Which one was that?
aye,
Aye.
aye,
Aye.
there you go. How did, that's highlighted on the second page, I think. Oh, my goodness. Northern Chapter Great Dane Rescue of New England. They, well, a donation of any amount helps our rescue. 50, 100, 150, it tells what each one gets. Melissa Mitchell. Okay. Oh, well, we'd have to come up with a number, but let's see if anybody's, those in favor of the Northern Chapter of the Great Dane Rescue of New England signify by saying aye. Those opposed signify by saying nay.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
Just trying to figure out where.
Lori's house, which we put on here before at the bottom, N. They're asking for $1,500 for continued support from the Bakersfield in Voices Against Violence.
I would like to counter that with a lesser offer, sir.
Is that that's the old Voices Against Violence?
That is the Voices Against Violence.
I don't know.
Lori's, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Lori's house and
I'll make a motion that we give them 1,000, just like we did last year.
I agree.
all those in favor of $1,000 signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? John, strike that.
Need to lower some.
1,000. Sure.
That probably goes over.
Oh, that does go with that.
These people used to send a representative to the town. They
Okay.
don't bother anymore.
Yeah.
I'm 3,000. Lucas James Memorial Youth Fund, $1,000, same as last year, Article L. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There we go. Cat Crusaders.
Now,
This one we did last year. It's $500. They're asking the same amount.
500?
Yep. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Yeah. Let's see here. So who did we have? Green Up Vermont didn't send anything.
Okay.
Fairfield Community Center didn't send anything.
There's 4,000 saved.
The Center for Independent Living didn't send anything.
And Northwest Counseling.
Harry says,
The
John,
Northwest Counseling didn't either?
No,
no,
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm double checking because, stuff is
then missing.
nothing in there.
I'll check tomorrow, make sure there's nothing in the bin that comes back.
Guess what, Tim? It'll be too late.
It's too late. We get ready on tonight, and then we saved a little bit right there. We saved 4,000.
Yeah, in the old days stipulation.
It's about $7,000 right there.
Yeah, in the old days stipulation was if you wanted to be included
Yeah,
on the vote, you had to send in your application and you had to have a representative speak to the select board.
You know, Vermont.
They didn't ask for it.
Ask for it.
Let me just.
I hand out white.
They're increasing our taxes 18%.
They
get nothing.
Veterans Memorial.
Vermont.
So it ends up being 15, 16,
Take it back.
17, 18 is the one with all this. And
Yeah,
19 is
I'm double checking because stuff's getting put like 4 different locations.
Yep.
I caught-
Yeah.
Northwest,
Okay.
Regional.
We're done.
Communications district.
Oh, that's,
Not a request.
no, it's it's included in the budget, no. That's
Yeah,
right.
there's nothing in new mail.
Oh, no, we, this is. This came out, that was the contract.
I'm gonna get
you're
the
right.
signs, I'm gonna put signs out.
I was thinking they were, no, you're right.
Budget.
That's okay.
I heard this right here, we might wanna be careful of that.
Yeah,
I know.
It's,
Action I got from that.
please,
Well, yeah.
let me just double check this last,
Go ahead.
I mean,
Give me the high
Okay,
side.
well, Josh is looking at that question to the rest of you from me,
Yeah.
is do we need to meet again real quick? Just to make sure we dotted our i's and crossed our t's.
I could meet,
There are two things that are outstanding.
I cannot meet tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I can't meet
One
tomorrow.
is what, one
So
is what
it's
she's.
I would either be
Yeah, they're the two.
Friday
things that-
So we've got numbers on them.
Right.
Right, so I mean, we can roll and if it has to be updated, because we see it, we can, I don't think we have to meet to say, you know, instead of 13,000, it's 15.
Agreed.
My time is either Friday, Friday night or Sunday.
I have a hair appointment on Friday
I
night.
mean, honestly, guys, with the action you have.
I'll help you with that.
I'll bring the turtle wax.
I agree.
So what Terry's spoken up, what do the rest of you guys think?
I can't do it tomorrow.
I could do Friday, that'd be about it. It'd have to be something.
I don't care, honestly, so
No, I'm just saying Friday night, we'd probably.
do you think there's a need? I think,
I mean, I wish I could tell you Saturday morning, but I'm working.
Well, and just thinking with this, do we feel comfortable giving this to the final, you know, because she wants to get this typed up.
yes, she does.
So Friday night.
No, I don't know, I've got heartburn so bad now thinking about it.
She's doing Monday.
She doesn't come in Friday anyway.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
great.
she's not here.
Friday.
But the thing is, the only thing that's really gonna change is we find out the actual numbers for QuickBooks and we find out the actual number for court tax.
But I think we added enough. I don't think it's gonna be as.
Right,
But if we set a tentative date.
Yep.
For Friday, what time,
You
Terry?
can always cancel it, right? If you don't.
Friday.
Seven.
I just gotta make sure.
On a Friday night.
So you want me to warn that tomorrow?
Warn it, and if we need it, we'll use it. If we don't need
You
it,
can make 6 if you want it Friday at 6, but I don't know if she could because of work.
Wow.
Any day but Thursday is what I've been told.
Yeah,
Yeah, Thursdays I definitely have to work. I don't work for.
6, can you,
I can, 6 is a little hard.
that's 7, that's what.
And the only reason I say that is I have, people down from Canada. Yeah, I don't know when they're leaving, so,
Canada.
yeah, my parent.
Where's
company.
Canada?
Canada.
6:37? Let's,
I would say 7, we're not gonna use that.
I hope not,
I would pray that.
but I'd rather set aside the time.
Yep.
And not need it.
Do the kids have a game?
Yep.
We can.
Friday night?
Can't-
Uh,
Oh, tomorrow.
You don't need to do Monday at 6, do you?
No, Monday is at 7, right?
It depends, do we need,
Well, no,
We were talking about starting early if we
She's
needed.
gonna, yeah, she's gonna have it all typed up,
all right, then we can go 7 on Monday.
right? Just regular time.
we can go 7 anyway.
So 7 on Friday, board meeting,
Stay.
Terry?
Hang on, I'm looking right now. What is Friday's date?
19th.
19th. All right.
Okay, so
Oh, oh. What?
Well,
Uh-oh, Terry's not good for Friday.
Oh, 24.
yeah, you're not.
Yeah, that was supposed to go down to
Yeah.
Tammy also.
All right, January 20th. What's,
Senior-
no,
she
that's
says
Saturday.
I get no, senior
Yeah,
day was.
I can do Friday night.
Yeah,
I mean, hopefully we won't need it. But if we
but
set,
I'd rather have it scheduled like you said, yeah.
I mean,
We set up the.
I can't right now. Unless Kathy's got some questions or something unexpected comes up.
You guys want to do later than early?
7?
No, no. I'm Friday night, I have nothing. I can be here by 4,
Yeah,
4:30,
He can't have.
but you
I
can,
don't
right?
think- I don't know when they're leaving, like, you know, you could go at 2, we gotta go to we have to go meet the people down at the state.
Right.
And we have some other stuff we're accomplishing, so I'm not sure I'm saying 7, I may not even be able to make 7.
And we won't be more than an hour anyways at the most.
Hopefully, no.
See,
If
so-
we even have.
wait, what
Yeah.
time are we doing? 7?
Seven.
Okay. 7, Josh?
And
I-
Lance, you
yeah.
let us know.
I hope
On
you'll be sober.
the messenger if we don't need to meet.
What's that?
Yes,
If we don't need to meet, send it on messenger to
Okay.
everybody. Does that make?
yeah, so Tammy,
Right,
if Kathy can look over this ASAP,
right,
get us any questions.
Yeah.
Cause we might be able to answer questions without having
without having a
a
special.
full meeting. Did
Right.
you record this?
Yes, we've been recording this whole
Okay.
time. We haven't called the
Okay.
meeting.
Okay. I was just curious, cause I,
Are we unrecording now? No, we
well, it's
did.
already been done.
We have not, listen, we have not given. It is in our budget, but that hasn't been given to anybody,
Right,
okay? We're budgeting that, but we have not distributed that. That
Right.
might not go, right,
that's a good point.
exactly.
It doesn't go through.
So that's the same thing with the road crew.
Yes.
And the road crew knows that.
Yeah.
The road crew knows it's budgeted, but it hasn't been given yet.
Right.
I was trying to cheat and schedule a meeting.
Oh,
I'm double dipping here.
I
Cause
would-
if this doesn't pass,
Entertainment.
that might be
I would.
the things we have to take out.
somebody wants to get emotional.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Karen's right. If the budget doesn't pass, we'll be,
Yeah,
we're gonna be digging.
right.
Right, you could be taking that away.
Motion.
Or
made
or
to
less,
adjourn.
lessening
Seconded by
it.
John.
Forget it.
Did you,
I second that.
all those in favor? Any opposed? Sure.
John made the motion.
John, Todd, it was, doesn't matter. It was at the same time.